Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Downtime in the Hangar where we talk about GBO2 and everything else. And today, probably not tangenting too much because there is some awesome stuff to talk about. But anyway, I'm joined by Gustav the 13th
Yep.
and Gaming Emblem.
Hey yo.
So guys, again, I think we'll stay on some topics at least and not tangent too far, right? Right?
I will not give us the benefit of the doubt on that.
Okay, fair enough. But anyway, what have you guys been up to this past week, Gustav?
Being at home mostly. Still doing deliveries. Besides that, we started Yakuza Kiwami a little while ago. It's gonna be our new secondary game for a while. I say that, but also Final Fantasy VII Remake is gonna be coming up soon. So that might actually make Kiwami take a backseat, depending on what our progress is like. Other than that, just doing a lot of GBO2, trying to get some of these suits. It has not been going well on the spins as of late, unfortunately. Um, Also, congratulations to my state, apparently overtaking everyone in terms of our infection rate. I actually went out the other day to do deliveries, and did not look very different out there. So I am not too surprised.
Doesn't like Fallout out here at all.
Yeah, it's like, what happened to my supposed like wasteland? Why isn't this like Death Stranding? This is bullshit. All you motherfuckers out here.
My tropes are not being met.
It's not fun. But it makes sense. We got a lot of shipping and service industry stuff here, so as long as their higher ups are clutching their pearls and telling them to stay in the stores, that's not gonna change too much. Don't got a lot of office life around here. Downtown is apparently a lot different for Detroit. But here, no. What about you guys?
Pretty good on my end. I've been kind of doing what probably everyone else is doing for the most part. Social distancing and chill. Video games. I'm still like working on job hunting type stuff, but most of it is I think people are just kind of hesitant to really do much of anything right now, just everything going on, let alone interview people for jobs. Like, and I'm not trying to do like crazy really super entry level stuff. So I think it's just a little bit harder. So trying to do something at least right now, the way the climate is, where I won't have to necessarily be super public facing, or at the very least, could potentially have work from home options. It seems like
I was gonna say
right
some
now.
of the other alternatives would just be like risk it for the biscuit and be out there, because
Yeah,
apparently a
pretty
lot of
much.
those places are trying to get like relief shifts and stuff going on, more or less.
Yeah, because I mean, I know if I apply for like I'm saying Domino's or whatever, I'm sure they're not chomping at the bit to get people up on the front working and stuff. But I'm trying to be a little bit prudent and safe or whatever. But aside from that, though, mainly just gaming, living. I've been still playing Fantasy Star Online 2. Ship 3. Where my Ship 3 boys at? Hit me up. I got an X-Bone every now and then and play it up. Although I might need to I'll probably have to start over when PC comes out, but the game's really fun. I'm still liking it so far.
Oh yeah, I was
Even
gonna
though I
say,
need
like,
to get
is that gonna transfer over at all? Like, is that just like a unified account, or is it
Yeah,
we
I
just start
doubt
from
it.
scratch?
I've been hearing
I
it's
hope
cross.
so.
I've been hearing it's cross.
It is cross. I haven't seen it, but if it uses the same like Microsoft login, like I don't see why not. Because I mean, to my knowledge, the game is supposed to be like cross-platform, but I don't know how the accounts themselves work.
Okay, well that's good though. At
so-
least, hopefully that works out.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be too broken up about it if I had to start over on PC. Mainly just because, like, I'm mainly playing it just to kind of get my feet wet on Xbox. Because it might as well be a throwaway account. So it's it's pretty fun. Like, I'm trying different builds and character classes and stuff, and the game's pretty neat. I can't wait to get to the late game. I'm still in the tutorial, so once I start actually getting to a point where I can do raids and late game content, I think it'll be probably be a lot more fun. It'd help if I had some people to play with. Come on, guys, hit me up.
I'll be when the PC happens. But what have you been playing other than your robot character?
My female robot character, I use her to test out all the other classes and stuff like that. But I've already done like I started with Bouncer. I messed around a little bit in like the Gunner class. Like I think it's might literally be called Gunner to use like double
Yeah.
like SMG pistols
thought that
and an
was-
assault rifle.
What's the big gun one? That Ranger?
I maybe
That's Ranger.
no,
yeah.
I think Ranger's the one with the bow and the katana.
Okay. Ooh, that kind
I played that one.
I might do that.
Yeah, the katana feels pretty good. I didn't really know how I felt about the bow. But when I originally played Japanese PlayStation Online, whatever like assaults or whatever, maybe it is Ranger, whichever one uses the big like cannon gun. I played that one when I played the original game, and it was pretty cool. I just like flew around on my gun and did stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to be doing if I get into. Well, I
Mhm.
plan on getting into.
Yeah, that, and I played some demos. Disaster Report 4 was pretty fun.
Wait, is that the one? Oh my gosh!
The demo's out on PlayStation 4.
I'm amazed that
really?
that's still going.
Yeah,
That's the
Go
one
check it
that
out,
was
it's
for
a lot
like
of fun.
PlayStation, where the voice acting was just
God awful.
something.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Something top tier in the yes. Oh my gosh!
Some House of the Dead voice acting quality, I'm sure.
Or like the what's the
This-
I am the president of the United States. You know that one bet game or whatever.
You talking about one of the presidents, like the main character?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I can't
It's
remember the
great.
name of it right now, but I know what you're talking about.
We're meeting G over there.
Like Mecha Wolf
Suffer
or
like
something.
G did? Maybe,
Yeah, it's something
but
like
that
that.
game's awesome.
Yeah.
On my first playthrough, I did all the like rude, mean choices, and like in a situation like there's an earthquake and these people are suffering, and I'm being an asshole, and it's just like there were some choices that was like I physically hurt to select, man. Like there's this old guy on a bench with his bento lunchbox spilled out in front of him, and you can ask how he's doing, but one of the options is, shouldn't you be back at work? It's like, there's just an earthquake. Get back to work, old man.
No big deal.
I digress. I'm in tangent mode though. How was your?
I mean,
how's your
this,
week been
this
so
is
far,
the
Milo?
intro, so this is tangent.
Oh, no, we're tangenting in the
Remind me,
intro.
though.
How was your week?
Remind me though to message you something. I've got a pretty good resource for finding stuff for at-home jobs.
Oh yeah,
So yeah, remind me to do that.
sure, of
But-
course.
But anyway, but yeah, for me, more Path of Exile. Pretty much now I'm just doing Path of Exile, Tarkov, GBO2, and Monster Hunter World. Did the raid for Monster Hunter World. It's cool. It's a whole lot better than the first one, in my opinion, because this one is pretty farmable. It's easy. You don't have any boring nonsense content. And by that I mean, okay, here's the first phase of this thing. You got to fight this thing like 4 different times because it's gonna run away. So, first phase, okay. Pick up ball, load cannon. Pick up ball, load cannon. Okay, here it comes. Everybody fire! Okay, now we gotta wait again. Go to the next set of cannons or whatever. And that was pretty much the first phase. Then if you have some people that are like crazy geared or whatever, then you end up going and fighting this thing. And then I was just kind of there the first time I was doing it, which I was kind of overgeared anyway when I was doing it.
Hmm.
But still, everybody was just way overgeared because they had been playing since forever against it. So the randoms, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. Like one group of randoms, like you'll not do anything. In one group of randoms, it seems like they just one shot everything. I'm just like, what in the world's going on here? Yeah.
I guess it's
so,
counterplay of Xbox, right? Or crossplay.
No, there's no crossplay for PlayStation.
How are they beating it already? You said it was new, right?
Oh well, this new raid, yeah, it's easy. This new raid is easy.
Oh, okay.
It's not
Okay.
like it's difficult. It's just gotta have a group of 4 that deal damage and hide behind rocks. That's about it.
So you're more saying it's just like it's like a crapshoot of the quality of the players you get, kind of thing.
Yeah. This
I
was
gotcha.
talking about the first raid when I was doing that.
Oh, okay.
So it was just like it was long, it was kind of boring, and then some people would actually hop into comms and like, "Yo, what's up?" and then some people would just be like, "Whatever," and then just go off and do their own thing. This one though is easier. You don't have to really have people doing specific things, but
Hmm.
it's more grindy in the sense that if you're gonna do more than one weapon, you have to like super grind. So I've got my first insect glaive finished, and I've started on my first greatsword, and it's just like I'm already like, oh wow, I put another 100 hours into this game already. Oh crap, right? How much extra grind there is to it. So yeah, I will say though, it's still kind of fun, and it's a better system though, so you can actually kind of upgrade and customize your weapon that is overpowered. And then apparently we're catching up with the PlayStation here next month, which is cool because fan theory here, maybe crossplay. I don't know. I mean, I know Sony is normally like no, but
Right.
like it's weird though. And then I just hate. Sorry for a little tangent here, but they always claim that they're like we don't have crossplay. And I'm like Paragon, uh, Fortnite do it now, or they wanted to. Fortnite was the one that they said we don't have crossplay. We've never done it. There's like I can't remember. There's like 3 other games that normally I have on a list. So I just like, well, here's 3 that you've already had, years ago. What's
But
going
there's
on?
some free to play games that probably support crossplay too.
Yeah, most of the free
Um,
does, and I feel
Yeah,
like
as
they can
long
get
as they're
around it.
account based.
But then there's a couple. I was like, anybody knows some like ones that you actually pay for, and they've said, some people have actually said that there's a couple examples. I can't remember right now off the top of my head, but there are some that are full paid games that are cross playing. It's just like, okay, they're just up in the air with whenever they want to actually do. Isn't like the
yeah, they're
new
blowing
like
smoke.
Modern Warfare or something supposed to be, or one of those?
I would
I can't
assume
remember.
that is because it's isn't it just like another squad based like battle royale thing anyway?
Something like that. Like well, not the free one, but like the new like actual game.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think the
no,
new one
I
might
was talking
be,
about the free
or they
one.
were. I remember they were wanting it to be. I just don't know if that actually ever made it through. But anyway, point being though, back to
Yeah, he
Monster
said
Hunter.
Aoshi said it's cross platform.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, yeah. But so yeah, so the big thing, Monster Hunter World, super awesome content as always. I mean, it's just a big patch with a raid, a lot of weapons, a lot of customization. Like now, if I wanted to take my insect glaive to the next level and just only focus on that, I've got 700 hours worth of farming to. Do I want to probably farm that thing that much? Probably not. But yeah, it's doable. And my only complaint is it just sorry, probably spoilers here for what it looks like. Just it looks bland like a giant dragon. That's it. So I won't spoil what it is for anybody who wants to know. But the thing is
From
it
what I
turned
saw,
out.
it looks more like an actual like traditional dragon, which is kind of
Yeah.
neat.
Well, the thing is though is from what it came because it's an adult of something, which I guess that kind of
Yeah,
spoils it there a little bit.
it's an elder of sorts.
So like it's one that grew up and then the thing is before it looked crazy. I mean, it looked absolutely crazy and absurd and kind of awesome. And then now it looks just like a normal dragon. I'm just like was not expecting just 2 eyes. But yeah, that's been the big thing. Other than that, Tarkov, and that's been too intense. Like I call it Tarkov mode now, just because I used to call it DayZ mode. And so I live here in the middle of nowhere, so I hear gunshots outside, and I'm like, okay, cool, okay, gotcha, Aoshi, I'm following you, I'm right behind you, man. And then I hear a gunshot behind me, and I start flinching, and I'm like, why, people, stop?
Video games are real over here, boy.
Yeah, right. But
Oh, I saw a video the other day. These dudes are shooting guns in the air over in Detroit, and apparently one of them fucked up a power line and like blacked out the entire area.
Oof.
okay, so yeah, that happened recently to a friend of mine's. Well, actually, it's a friend of my grandpa's. His cable. Some people were out there with like buckshot shooting at the power lines and took out the cable line.
Fuck.
Yeah, there is like, hey man, we got. oh, I missed. You know,
America.
yeah. And he took out his cable. He was the only one at the end of that line or whatever.
That's shitty.
And they were just some people just walking down the road probably just was like, hey man, yeah, let's just start shooting off this gun, man. Yeah.
Freaking Bombhauer shooting shotguns in the middle.
Oh
of the
my
road.
gosh, yeah, I just realized what I was doing. Yeah. But yeah, we need to play some more Path of Exile. I got another hardcore build I want to do if I die.
I know. I need to get in there. I just don't know when, man. Like I have to like I have to borrow the Xbox whenever the guys that own it are busy working, and try to get in as much PSC as I can. And then like when I switch, I was like, okay, I'm gonna play Battle Op, and then like I play Battle Op, and then like I get overwhelmed by this like feeling that like a feeling of weakness that people call tiredness, and I just want to like turn in for today. But like I'm trying to get as much PSO in as I can, so I don't miss anything and get to play it.
But yeah, also,
but you're absolutely right.
Real quick though, as far as anybody getting out, remember stay safe, wash your hands and stuff like that. I did that today because my grandparents were being a little unreasonable, but oh well, we'll deal with that later. And yeah, gloves. You have a mask, N95. The other mask, if it has the openings on the sides and you're breathing comes to the sides, then that doesn't really do too much. But I mean, that's all you got, maybe that. But yeah. And then make sure you clean everything. Actually, somebody did post a video in my Discord about that. Not a bad video.
I put it in ours as well.
I looked and I was like, yeah, pretty good video. Which I didn't know people could post in my YouTube videos. I thought that was just like, I thought I already had that private, but oh well. That's the point. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Hey, well, that's not a bad video to have in there. But anyway, so let's just cover the Agu guy thing real quick, just because I wanted to talk about it again. So yeah, any quick thoughts about the Agu guy other than it's just OP and it needs nerf?
I don't know about
I love
that.
hentai.
I am entirely fine with this staying the same way that it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem, from what I played of it, it didn't seem like totally busted to me. It's just very good at what it does.
Very good at what it does.
Also, it feels easy enough to clap, though.
Also, the Akai, by the way, I kind of want to talk about that too. It is okay. I've played, I think, somewhere around 30 or 40 games with it now, maybe more. And I've only lost somewhere around 5 games. Oh my!
Chad's having a picture last night.
I did not need to see that. Stop! Don't look! Don't look!
It's very lewd.
No,
very
trap. It's a trap.
It's very lewd.
Where is it?
Don't
it's
look.
In the call.
It's in the call chat. It's in the call chat. Don't look. I did not need to see that.
And I had to switch my monitor and everything. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
I can see it reflected in his glasses.
Loud.
Oh yeah, you can see it in his glasses. Oh man.
What the fuck, dude? I bet you someone's gonna
like.
It's gonna get commissioned to go further than that too. I don't doubt it.
Oh god.
Oh man.
For those of you listening in at home, it's a picture of an Akai and Agu guy.
Doing some bad touch.
It's a bad touch.
Bad touch, yes. It's interesting, very lewd, but not that lewd. It's not as bad as you think it is.
Lewd enough considering that they're mobile suits.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Agu guy, like, I don't know. It seems okay. Like I just think the fact that it has stealth and has good range is like that's scary.
Like
yeah, if it didn't have stealth, it'd probably get clapped a lot, like really bad.
That's true. Its Vulcans are like garbage as far as like the stagger ratio.
Yeah, they're not It's no Agu
So-
guy when it. I mean, it's not. It's no Ak guy when it comes to its Vulcans. I feel like the threshold on those is pretty nice.
Yeah, so I pretty much just kind of want to talk about those two a little bit. But yeah,
Hmm.
the Agu guy, I think its range though is the biggest problem with it, and it's just so easy to hit something and everything. Like again, what I said last week, the one game I played, the first game I played with one on my team, knocked me and 2 of my teammates and 3 enemies over with the downswing. That is kind of insane. So it's got range and area when it comes to doing its thing, and it can kill a base really quick, which again we already covered that. But yeah, I just think it's might be a tad in need of something. I don't know.
It's probably like incredibly. It's probably really, really, really strong at 250. I bet it bounces out at like
Yeah,
300 and 350 though.
I would probably agree with that. I mean, that's kind of the thing. I feel like the
I've
250
seen
one might need
people
to be
still
pulled
pushing
back.
it though, and like some motherfuckers
yeah.
are bringing it into 400.
Oh, I'm bringing in the Akai into
Which is-
400. So I'm like, let's go. I mean, the buffs they're pretty much the same suit. It's just one has nothing but melee and it's long range
I was
melee,
say the other one has a shit ton of range
And-
on its melee, and the other one's got other
and
options.
the other one's got all the options in the world now. And like there'll be, which you heard me get clapped after shit talking last night. But,
yeah,
um,
should
and
have
Happens
done
a
it.
lot. I've been there.
probably saw it, but for real though, I've had games to where I'm just like, you know, Vulcans on something, boom, get the stagger, melee, dodge roll to the side, melee another guy, pull out the beam, shoot him once, waddle, shoot him again, waddle,
Waddle.
smack, knock him over, turn around, Vulcan this
You
guy.
have a
Missile
lot of
somebody
intimate
else.
moments with these people. Like I get that you're a stealth suit, but I'm surprised people haven't at least taken notice after a certain point.
Oh yeah, right.
Someone is getting absolutely melted somewhere else in the distance.
Yeah, and it's just I feel like I can, which kind of brings us back to what we were talking about though, and this is another reason why I kind of want to bring this up, is I feel like I can 1v1 anybody in this suit, like even at
Oh,
400.
that's something we should definitely test.
The Ak guy or the Agu guy?
The Yak guy, like I
Do
feel
Do you
like
have the Agu guy?
no, I don't.
God, we need to
But
get you the Agu guy.
I wanted it so bad. I spent some tokens on it, but then I found out that I wish I was saving up. Like I wish I had 75 because I would have a 1 in 4 chance at that MLRS, and
Yeah.
and I just don't have anything to well right now. So it's like, yeah, oh well. Luckily, the MLRS was what, like out 6 to 8 weeks, 10, 12 weeks or something like that from the GBO2. So we got
Be
like
sure to
probably, like,
donate and
3
feed our
months.
gacha addictions.
But
Totally
like,
don't have problems here.
MLRS
I'd
should
have
be
to
coming
spend
out
any
within
money
3
on the
months.
Zeta Gundam.
Get out.
No. Get out. Go home.
No, but for real though, that
That's it.
spin,
You're done here.
I had 19 Medeas and one
Nice.
fat uncle, and that one fat uncle was the Hyzak machine gun.
Yeah, I just got a bunch of weapons and bullshit. The only new suit that I got was like a level 3 DS.
I did get I will say I did out of a red box get a bald guy beta. So
Like I got a lot of good suits out of boxes, but they're all dupes. I already got them.
yeah, which I didn't have that
Okay,
one. So that's a good suit at least. And then I
Yeah, I
got
still want
the
this beta.
I did get the Goku BD level 2 I think as well, which
Nice.
it's it's a suit. I know
It's
there's
pretty
probably
good,
someone
though.
out there that's like, I want that, right? But it's just like I've got something else when it comes to that cost. That's
Yeah,
kind of
it's not insert suit here. Like there's just so
Yeah.
many other things that you'd rather get.
yeah. So there's the 2 actual new suits that I got. So I guess I got something, but it's just like, man, not anywhere near what I wanted. Especially when there's so many suits that I want right now. That's kind of probably the worst part. Yeah. Okay. So the raid thing though, I kind of want to touch on that, Emblem. I have to agree with your point. I think raids should be able to 1v1, especially if the support's there, and this is coming from a support main, so just saying to people, if the raid gets on you, your team and you done fucked up. There you go. I mean that's pretty much it. Like you need to have done as much damage and positioned yourself to be prepared that if they do get on you, then they're in their worst position possible, and they're going to be cleaned up soon, at the very best, I guess. And then if they manage to get on you, then you're probably dead anyway. So right then and there. So yeah, it's one of those things. And anything that has stealth, yeah. So I just
Yeah,
can't
I
get
mean-
over 18,000 health on the Akai at like level 3 or 4 or whatever. It's dumb how much health that thing has now. But-
It's amazing. I mean, it needs it for survivability
Oh, yeah.
once it actually gets cut.
But
We should increase all raid HP by at least 50%. I think
It's true.
now hang on. Now hold on there.
at least. Pixie
I'm
Okay,
just
okay.
saying, they did some adjustments to the Mark II, but it's still out there clapping hose.
Okay,
It
okay.
didn't change that much. It'll melt through that extra stuff. At least give it a chance against everything else.
You're sounding like Kaz here, so I'm gonna be Ocelot. Now hold on there. Increasing the health of the raid will. Oh man, I love Metal Gear Solid 5 for that. Just every time Kaz says something, like Ocelot's just like, now hold on there. We could do this. We could do the
I ain't
other
gonna have
thing.
it.
But anyway, so yeah, the one-on-one thing, I think all raid suits should feel good in a one-on-one situation, even against the general. Though I kind of agree with that statement now. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Plus, they have a shotgun.
Unless the raid has a shotgun.
No, I mean, if the raid has a shotgun, he feels better. But like,
Whoa!
unless
Now,
you're, like, tone up against like the
hold on
Efreet or
there.
the Camphor, like that's the only time you're just like,
Oh,
oh shit,
man.
I'm screwed. But I feel like in most cases, like raids with the right player should be pretty competent in 1v1. Because even with the damage reduction against generals, you get in there and
Yeah.
do like raids for the most part have really high damage output. So as long as you can get in there and do your thing, you'll be letting those generals taste some pain for sure.
Yeah, I feel like the raid needs to be able to feel like you could win, but the general definitely feels like, okay, I've got this. And then against the support though, it's just like, you did. You did. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah. But yeah, I think I can finally agree with that statement a bit more now. Now that I've played some bad raids and then I've played some ones that have just been improved, and it's like, yeah, feels pretty good. I still get wrecked if somebody can get on me, but I feel like I can actually win a 1v1 if I really outplay. And that's kind of one reason why I like the Akai right now. Which brings me to the next question. Why do you still hate the Akai?
It's personal. It's just
Wait,
like,
why is it personal?
have you ever looked at somebody and you just know you don't like that guy? Like,
I mean,
it-
sure, but why the egg guy?
Why the Akai,
it's,
man? It's
well,
a model.
it's kind of like that, but I actually gave him a chance and try to hang out with him some and realized that my all of my initial doubts were not unfounded, and we just don't need to hang out or talk
Oof.
or anything like that. Like, it's that guy didn't do anything wrong. It's not you, it's me.
Perez
I
out here
might
being
play-
like he can't aim the beam more often than not.
It's not even nothing personal, kid. It's everything personal, kid. Like, ouch.
Yes. And it's not even, it doesn't even have to, like, even though I complain about it the most, it's not even like to make a particle cannon. It's just like, I get burned so much playing that suit. I'm over it. I don't want to look at it if I don't have to. But if the map is right and when the raid slots open, I might do a, might have a business agreement to have a match or something like that. But outside of that, man, screw the guy. Who wants to play that suit?
I mean,
Apparently, everyone
do.
until they get the Agu guy.
yeah, that too.
Yes,
like,
I'm a hentai fan now, so I will never look at anime girls the same way again now that I have the Agu guy.
You have a proper. I was gonna say you did get it the other day, so you have a proper alternative now.
Oh man, dude. Nice. Congrats.
Over here getting all kinds of good
Level 3.
shit.
Yeah,
Damn
for real though. But
I'm Bandai's favorite son.
I guess
it.
but the Akai though 200, I really, I mean at 200 I think the Akai actually needs a nerf, to be honest, and maybe the Agar guy at
Feels really
250
good,
a little
200.
bit, but then
If anything, they need to make it stronger.
no,
Yeah, I mean, if they need to nerf anything, they need to nerf General. That guy's doing fine.
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe it's just my suit now. Maybe just after that one night where I just like was slightly intoxicated, and everybody was like, "Akai, go! We need the sumo
Cupcakes.
waddle." And then I was like, "Yeah, cupcake night. There we go. Oh yeah, that was that
Yeah.
night. Yeah,
The night of the
the
cupcake.
night of the cupcake sumo waddle attack. Let's go."
By
And
cupcakes, we mean pennies.
but yeah, like the man, the that was gross. And then just from then on, I was able to actually aim the beam. Something clicked that day. And then now I'm starting to play with a new controller that doesn't. And by new controller, I mean the original controller that came with this PlayStation forever ago, because it works better than this one, because this one's dying and I gotta take it apart. Like, it got bad last night though. Like, I was having some bugs that just added to the tilt. But anyway, so do we want to move on to the Zeta now, or do we want to move on to the PvE mode? Or anything else you
Either
guys
way.
got?
That be
Mm,
my topic.
yeah, we can just move on to we can get PvE mode out of the way. Talk about
Okay,
Zeta.
let's go ahead and do some PvE talk, and then we'll do the Zeta, and then we'll just go down the patch notes, in order of the tabs and stuff. Okay, PvE. So, what if you want to go over what the 3 modes are and stuff while I'm bringing up the thing?
Sure.
Yep.
The first mode is called Hot Scramble, and it is a kind of like situation battle-y type of thing for anyone that's played the first game. But essentially, you have a choice between the Zeta Gundam, Hyaku Shiki, or 100 formulas, um, or what do they call it? Type 100, whatever.
Yeah, it's
Or the Rick Diaz. And you can only play one of those 3 suits, but it's okay if you don't have it. They let you rent the suits. But if you own it, you can have your own layout and part setup and stuff like that. But otherwise, you have to play it completely empty. And in that game mode, you have to race against the clock. You get all the rewards if you beat it in sub 3 minutes. But just race against the clock to, I think the first wave is kill mobile suits, and the second wave you have to kill 3 designated target mobile suits.
Yeah, for that.
While working with the other suits.
The Hyzak custom, a Hyzak, a Quell. Quell needs to die. Man, I hate the
Yep.
Quell rank.
Several
Quell's got
several
to
Mark
die.
And
IIs
then like and then there's the gun cannon, or gun tank 2 rather. And
Yep.
that's the first 4. Once you kill those 4, then it moves on to the 3 targets. They're all 3 Mark IIs. And
like Gabaldi beta escorts and shit.
they have, is it 3 beta escorts? I think it is. But yeah.
Are they in? Yeah, I think
not
they're
sure.
in pairs. They're in pairs.
What I've been doing for tactics for that was pretty much once you start fighting one, start kiting it, and just never downswing, because that means iframes. That means time wasted waiting for them to stand back up, and they will use all of their iframes. So,
Oh yeah.
like,
sit here and chill.
But also, if you're doing it solo, they have less health, I believe, or I'm crazy, one or the other.
I've tried solo, so I'm not sure. They might though.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I'm like, here's kind of my like, I haven't honestly checked. I know I'm doing the same amount of damage per shot, but as far as it goes, literally, the heavy arms in the next game mode is I was like 3-shotting them with the Yoga Jaeger, and then before, when we were doing it with 3-man, I like pumped him full of the 3 shots, then I shot him with all the beam spray, and then I was gatling him, and then I barely got the last shot off when we were trying to do that with Aoshi and Chad. So,
Hmm.
and then that's where I got that last little kill. Or was that with? Either way, it was one group I was doing it with. So yeah, and then when I did it solo, I was just like pew 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 pew. Pew. Oh, it dead? What? Okay, that's weird. And then I was like, oh, I bet everything's downscaled. That way, you're
It
useless
makes
AI.
sense.
Because literally,
I would assume they'd at least try to do that. Yeah.
the gun cannon and the gun tank that they put you with just one-shots things, dude. It's kind of funny. When they actually do something, like the gun cannon's just like, hey, goof, beam rifle. And like the goof's health goes. I'm just like,
Just like the show.
how in the world? Like, I want that. I want that gun cannon to do that to that goof. Yes, please. Give me that one. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, do you want to go ahead and? That's pretty much that mode. Do we want to just talk about each individual mode and then move on to the next one?
Yes.
Sure.
So that mode also like Hot Scramble's the subtitle because it's for the Zeta based stuff. The mode itself is called Trial. The next one is called Survival.
Oh yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I guess that's the little like subtitle name or
Yeah.
whatever.
So this one's
Um,
themed Zeonic Assault.
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
By the way, though, with the trial, the one thing I mean, it's cool that you get to try stuff out, right? But
Mhm.
the one thing that I'm kind of like is if they put this into a leaderboard mode, which is this is kind of a worry on all of them. But if they actually do a leaderboard mode where there's rewards involved, kind of like a rank winning thing, then I have a bad feeling some of this is going to come down to some pay to win stuff. But um, yeah, there's going to be that probably come up at some point if they really do the leaderboard thing and add
Yeah.
some kind of big reward with it.
I mean, it's pay to win, but you still have to suffer through the gacha
Yeah.
to actually get the pay to win to happen. So
I mean, realistically, you guys ever play like an Xbox game? They have leaderboards like back in Xbox arcade days, and there's always those like the top scores are always like less than 1 second.
yeah,
It'll just turn into that.
Oh
It's
my
like
gosh, that's what I'm waiting for.
Asian name beat all the categories in a millisecond.
Yeah,
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 okay.
like I can't wait to see that. Then we'll know how much like actual cheating is going on when there's when that leaderboard hits. We'll definitely know that for real though. But other than that, the trial thing though, I wish that just please at least give me, if you don't want me to have the ability to put parts on it or whatever, then fair enough, I can deal, I guess. I would like to have some parts, please. Let me put parts on it at least. And then secondly, let me change the weapons because having to do like with I would love to do it with the Zeta, but like doing the whole like transform, shoot, untransform, switch the sword, boom, boom, then having to dash while switching to the Vulcans and then the spear,
Long beam
and
rifle.
then
Yeah.
poke, and then sometimes I get
Oh no.
countered by the time I've switched that far, and then it's just like ugh. So I got to be like R1 circle R1 real quick, and then just smack smack, and then go back into the other thing, and it's yeah, but it's just like why can't I change these, please? Just let me change that at least. But oh well.
okay.
agree.
Elshi is having a moment in my chat right now. He's like, yes, it's called Maximum Tune when JP out times NA. It's like, bro, we're not talking about them having inhuman normal times. We're talking about literal milliseconds because these guys are a bunch of
Yeah.
Yeah,
cheaters
we're talking
We're
like
talking like
fucking around with
straight
the
up
game.
cheating, like
Yeah, like 0 minute, 0 second, like
yeah, like there was the like I remember the obstacle course.
0.75.
The obstacle course games, like the like game show obstacle course thing that they came out with on the Xbox. I'm like, oh dude, yeah, let's get really fast at this. Okay, cool, I want to speed run this. Okay, let's go faster. Let's go faster. And I'm like, boom, let's see where I'm at on the leaderboards. And then like the first 100 is like 0.0001 seconds. I'm like, how? Cheaters, why? And it's just like the top 100 was just all that, right? And it's just like, okay, fair enough, whatever. Okay, I'm done. Too many people cheating in this game. But,
Cheers.
but but yeah, that's pretty much my only complaint with it that mode anyway is just, I wish I could put the parts on it, but fair enough. And if they are gonna make it competitive, I think we should at least be able to put parts on the stuff. That way, it kind of balances out ish. And then
That's the pay to win aspect. You want to put parts on, you better roll on that lotto, son.
yeah, you gotta get the Zeta or whatever. But
Gotta spin to win.
I found out though that I really like the Rick Diaz and I really want it, and I am not sad that I'm sad that I don't have it because it would just be cool to have, but I'm not sad that I don't have it to play it for the Hyakushiki. That suit and me just do not gel at all. Like that was like trying to fit a square peg through a round hole with me trying to play that thing. I don't know what that was. I don't want to talk about that game.
You see the shrapnel bazooka.
What is that what it? Wait, no. Oh yeah, shrapnel bazooka. Oh wait, it can use that, can it? I can't change the parts on it. Ah. Actually, that would be awesome. I would probably do that. That would be my way to play that suit. Shrapnel bazooka. Okay, cool. Now I like it again. Sort of.
Cora's out here
get the
clapping
suit,
people
man.
in the GM custom as an ace.
There you go. But
It'll be interesting to see, like, maybe not even solo, but like in other groups, like using like lower cost suits to try to see how fast they can go too.
oh yeah, that's. I kind of hope in the leaderboards they actually do like a cost thing too. That would be kind of cool. I would like to see them like really push for this and kind of branch out with the rewards a bit more. Like even if it's just something like once a month you get an extra 1,000 DP for being on the top or something for that month for that cost or whatever.
I'd say at least make it a little bit higher, but yeah, I hope that they do that at all because it seems like it's just going to be something for you to look at every once in a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Unless they promised that at some point that they were going to put rewards behind it, but I don't remember seeing anything about it.
They just said leaderboards. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so they do want to do leaderboards.
Yeah. So it was like everyone was asking where is it with this, and they said it would be coming at a later date. So
yeah, it's in the mode too. They're saying it'll be updated at a later time.
Yeah.
Or in future updates.
But yeah, so you said survival. You already mentioned the survival one. Somebody want to cover that one?
Survival is just like waves of enemies. You still had to all of these for the rewards. You had to get under sub 3.
Yeah,
is the bigger thing to remember too.
Oh yeah, rewards real quick. The first one, the big thing is the melee program for trial is melee program 3 at 5 minutes. For newer players, that's a big deal.
For sure.
Is it the frame, like the health, whatever the health one is for the long range slots?
I think it's level 4. I think it's level
4. Yeah, I think that's the first reward.
Yeah.
And then in the second one, in survival, you get the level 3 Gundam, Grandpa Gundam. The part they put with them, is that the new frame? I think that's the new model frame with that one. And then the last one is the
one was the
firing
new model
program
frame.
3 and something else. Oh wait, it's thruster part, the like thruster level 2 or level 3 or something like that for the boss one. And then 3 tokens for each of the ones getting sub 3. So, but yeah, but this one is kind of interesting. They do the waves, and it starts off with 3 Zakus. There's the desert. And then 2 Zaku 2s? Is that it?
I believe so.
I don't know which Zakus they are, but there's 2 other Zaku 2s of some variety. And then the desert Zaku. And then after that wave, once you kill 5 suits, then you got to kill 6, and then you got to kill 7. So in the wave of kill 6 suits, and it doesn't matter which suit you kill, and they keep respawning. So you can just kill the desert. What is that? 18 times. You can just kill the desert 18 times if you wanted to. So
I think one's the type S. They have the Dom, the Goof.
Yeah, the Goof and the heavy arm spawn in wave 2. So the heavy arms always spawns on top of the mountain. The Goof, I think, just takes one of the random spawns on the ground. It seems to come out of a random direction every now and then. So, and then the last wave, the Dom gets added to the mix. And yeah, so I think that's a full 6 going around at by the end of it. The heavy arms is the quell of that round. Just saying.
It's really obnoxious.
I mean, It's
I
got
have more
like
trouble with the goof, honestly.
really.
Like the goof and the dom.
I
Yeah.
just now
The
the
goof they
dom.
make really resilient.
The dom's crazy. Yeah, the goof is tanky. The dom is actually insanely tanky too. I don't know what kind of armor it has, but I want it. Like that is crazy to me. No, like for real.
Just ignore it. Kill Zaku's.
Like just pretty much kill Zaku's the entire time. But the goof though, what I've been doing with the goof is I just kind of walk and it, will just follow me and try to melee me and I just keep guiding it around and normally it doesn't do much. Because for some reason it'll pull out its like hand Vulcan thing and just
Mm-hmm.
shoot at me like half of the clip and then just be like, I'm gonna switch to melee, here we go. And then like cool story. You could have staggered me in like 2 more bullets, but yeah, I'll just walk away. But if they ever like stagger you though, they actually do some combos sometimes, which is crazy.
They do.
And yeah, so like it's a little bit of RNG there. But have you guys found any tricks or anything to do? Like
I mean, if you want to just do DPS, try to be mindful if
big
you have a
takeaway-
melee heavy.
The big takeaway I would say is that don't forget that the actual mobile suit selections are unrestricted.
yes.
So use whatever like suit cost you want, but just make sure you have all of your max level weapons on.
Yep. The other than that, the biggest tricks that I found were the arch. If the heavy's giving you trouble, just go under that arch there where he's standing on top of. Then you're just under his guns, so he can't really do anything.
Just cooks everyone under there.
Yeah, pretty much. They'll come to you. Other than that, the other strat that I've come up with or have been using and hearing people say that they've had success with is just straight up focus the Zaku's. Don't worry about the Dom. Don't worry about the Goof. The Dom, if you can leg the Dom, and it's hard, you practically will kill it. If you can leg the Dom, then it can't get around, and then it'll just not combo you to death because that thing will actually shoot you and then melee you twice, and then laugh, and then shoot again. Oh, also, when you stagger something, if you're in range to hit them with something else, it is practically guaranteed that they will dodge roll right after that. So if you want them to dodge roll and waste it, always shoot them, then like pull out your sword and kind of go at them, and then they'll just dodge roll. You're in the vicinity. But if you're like way out in the back and you snipe them, normally you can just snipe them with something else, unless they somehow know you're in range, which is kind of weird sometimes because like I'll snipe one from far with like when I was trying to do some like type B things, and if a teammate was nearby, then they would dodge roll. But if a teammate wasn't nearby, then I could just be like beam, 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 while I just sat there and laughed at them for not doing anything. Oh, and if you leg them, they for some reason just don't want to dodge roll when they're legged. Yeah, they
The
won't
legs
dodge
are
roll.
hurt.
And then my legs are actually broken, you guys. Oh no.
Yeah, so that's another trick. So if you have something that's good at killing legs, just leg them and then they won't move. Sit there and laugh at them. Aim to laugh at.
We covered what I would say. I played a few times literally before the podcast started, but I think I played it once when we did it the first time last night. And we got sub 3 immediately, so I was like, "Oh, cool, we're good."
Yeah,
Yeah, like we cleared that out really fast.
yeah, I did the solo thing, and I was just like, I'm glad we did all of them in one try. That was legit. That was awesome. But like, I did the solo version of that one probably for about an hour to 2 hours straight, just trying to get a really good time. Finally, I gave up, and I was like, okay, we'll just take like 2:32, I think is what I got. With the Gyogu Geiger was the best time. I found that I want to do it when I'm actually awake, so probably tomorrow. And do the full custom, and then just shotgun to the side of it so that you deal like 800-ish damage. Then you shotgun directly so you don't get a stagger, right? Because you didn't get 2 full shotguns in on the target. And then once you do that twice, then you can swap to the beam cannon or just shotgun them again if you want. But I just feel like the 2 shots for the ammo, right? then you can swap to the beam, and you shoot them with the beam, and you swap to melee, and just do the first melee, and you'll kill whatever's in front of you, as far as the Zaku 2s and stuff is concerned. And then you move to the next Zaku 2. And so it's just boom, boom, wait, beam, melee, and then you move to the next one, boom, boom, beam, melee. And you can just keep doing that as they respawn. And that was looking like it was going to be like a 2-minute time solo. But
The Ghiren can pretty much one-shot everything that's not a goof or a dom.
oh yeah, that thing is
especially if
gross.
you have damage parts.
Oh yeah. Like I sadly am just bad with the Ghiren at actually
I was having
fighting
trouble
mobile
lining
suits.
up too.
Yeah, that was my problem. So And then I-
Sidestepping is my weakness.
oh no, 90-degree angles. My only weakness.
The casual sidestep.
But yeah, I just kind of was stubborn and wanted to do support. But
It feels like it's doable. We have enough stuff with high output to make that happen.
For sure.
Yep.
It's definitely like just comes down to like how much time I put in there. If you care about the getting the big boy numbers, it's a good time sink.
oh, yeah, well, I just like that it's a good little like, you're trying to get under 3 minutes. So at the most, it's going to take 3 minutes to do something, and then you're just like, okay, let's restart, let's go, or let's go into the next one, and you're just in. There's no like, okay, Q simulator,
just,
guys.
Quick gameplay.
I'm waiting.
Instant
Take a nap.
gratification. Oh, we're in a match. Oh, Q dodge. Damn. Back to it.
Exactly though. So big fan of it. But
The next mode.
Forever 4. I actually don't know what that one's called. Is it actually called Forever 4? Because that'd be cool.
No.
it's
Missed
called
opportunity.
Stuff and Things. Hang on, we're about to load in. You're in the Zama right now, Emblem.
Oh, okay.
I actually forget what it's called, but I'm doing something for the survival still.
I see that you're running the Ghiren as well. I can see the reflection in your glasses.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
No, I'm talking about Gustav's.
Oh, Gustav.
right now.
Oh, okay, Gustav. Yeah, sorry.
Whiffing. Jesus.
But the last one is the boss encounter.
Yeah.
Which is what the little coming soon art was off of.
Yes.
Essentially, you spawn in a cleared out version of the Arctic base, and you're facing down a GM cannon, a GM quell, and a Hyzak.
Well,
And and once you kill those three, there's a weird like caution effect, and you're like, oh, what's going on? And then the Psycho Gundam just like descends from the air, like you don't really
like
see it in
mid
the,
transformation.
yeah, you don't see it like in the whatever the fortress order is called, but it's like just switching out of it. You see like leaving the mode and landing in it, and it's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, and then you're spawned back into like a preset area, and then you fight it, and then the Ghiren just like tickles its legs to death, and you kill it in like under 2 minutes.
Pretty much.
And just everyone goes home.
Yeah, like I was trying different things. Oh, actually, here's the new best. Instead of 2 Gans and a Gelgu Jaeger, which the best time that I've got so far has been 2 Gans and a Mark II. But I think the Jaeger is the way to go. And what you want to do is just kind of, if you're trying to get the best time, I think that's going to be the combo right now that I've seen best anyway. And the Gans obviously go for the legs and then knock it down. And then the Jaeger, it seems if you're hitting it when it's stunned, everything gives weakness damage, but
Head damage is even further increased.
yeah, head damage is even further. So you still want to hit the head if you can, but then everybody's also, trading in for that melee swings with the cans. And then the Jaeger can hit like 1.3 thousand, or what we saw with a Unit 4 this morning.
MBL?
The 13,000 damage MBL was pretty nice. That was pretty cool. We were actually gonna get close to beating my time with Unit Unit 4 again, and a Unit 5, which brings me to my new theory. Unit 5, Jaeger, and again. And then the Unit 5, all he was doing, he was just prone. He just went, as soon as that comes out, he just went prone and gatling the thing's legs. Zoomed in, so he got the prone damage increase, zoomed in damage increase, just deleted the legs, and the stun bar was just going. It was just shooting up like crazy, and then there's me like poking it to death, you know. Also, the attacks that it has, I don't know. Well, have you guys found out any tricks as far as the attacks? I'll tell you guys what I've figured out.
For the Psycho Gundam?
Yeah.
I've just been throwing myself at it, so like the biggest trick I would say is don't get hit.
Pretty much. If that thing, so it does its little, I mean, it'll pretty much run up to you and then go.
Oh yeah, the big overhead. Yeah.
Like it takes
it does
forever,
over 10,000 damage.
but you can survive it if you have enough melee resist. But
yeah, for the melee guys, good luck. For everyone else, it's super telegraphed. You shouldn't have a problem.
Now every now and then
Also,
I've gotten.
For the AI in general, don't be surprised if they suddenly redirect in the middle of certain things. Because that Psycho Gundam, if it's prioritizing you at the last second, it will spin around and nail you with that overhead, even if it was looking at somebody
that thing
else.
Is big and it turns on a dime.
And it can also hit you from behind it, so even if you're meleeing its foot, it can still smack the ground and kill you as well. Also, it can kick you from behind as well, even though it's kicking forward.
Backswing.
And you go flying when that kick happens. You just go, whoa, and punch you away, man. The other thing is, though, is the kick is pretty telegraphed, so you can dodge roll the kick. You cannot dodge roll or iframe the smack. Like, that smack on the ground goes through iframes. So, can't tackle it. You're just dead. So you have to get away
I
from
feel like I've tackled it in the Zoc, but I have to go back and look.
Well, I mean, it's the Zoc, though, so.
Touche.
Zoc is pretty much close to being as big as it is right already.
Zoc is it a counter? Actually, does a counter.
Zoc is the closest that we get.
Catches its hands and just. Oh.
Yeah.
Could you imagine it just lifts one of its feet and just flips it over? Like, get the fuck out of here.
That'd be awesome. They should definitely get the Zoc counter animation against the Psycho Gundam. It's like the only thing in the game that can, besides maybe the Zamal.
Oh, Zamal would be hilarious. Like its little hands come up and it just like shoves it over.
It's his dino hands.
Yeah.
Little T-Rex arms. It just has this, just tackle into the whole thing. It's just sheer weight at that point. It'll be interesting when we get into if we have a space version later on.
Big Zam.
With like a different MA. Either Big Zam or like I think the Psycho Zaku 2.
Yeah.
Or, Psycho
Gundam Mark 2, yeah.
Mark 2. That was a space encounter, right?
I think they killed it on Earth.
Yes.
So
Double Zeta?
I don't know. It depends on what everyone want to do it. Yeah.
Double Zeta, yeah.
I think it was like, I think it was on like the beach or something. Like I think Camille was there, like off on a cliff somewhere.
That was when they were dropping the colony that for some reason didn't do hardly any damage at all compared to every other colony drop.
Or Psycho Mark 3. They can just get there's a unit in G Generation Genesis that's like a dice, and it's got like a Psycho Gundam head on it. They can I forget the name of it right now. They can just put that in for one of the raids.
But yeah, so far the other thing that I thought would be kind of a cool combo is getting a bunch of supports and just shooting the head. Like if you had like 3 Jaegers and just if all of them had perfect aim, I think you could get an insane time as well. But again, everybody has to be a god at shooting, so.
Oh, the Mark II, when it was deployed, it was in 0087. Rosamia was one of the pilots. So that was Zeta, right?
Yes.
She was like another like four type character.
Zeta Gundam. Well, shoot, were we thinking of the that was the Alpha Zeru?
So Puru 2 does pilot Pura 2 does pilot the Mark II at some point.
Yeah.
I think that's when it finally gets. It's either recreated or it's like that's when it finally goes down.
It's on the back of the whatever's in the ocean there. They have their whatever
Yeah.
ship. I forget what kind of.
Hmm.
But yeah, and then it's like you have to destroy this. That's when Camille's doing his like new typing, talking to people in their head.
Yeah.
Camille being a Jedi Master in Double Zeta Gundam.
Yeah. Yeah, we recently went through that one, so I'm pretty fresh on the Double Zeta info ish. It's I'm wanting to say when I say recently now, I'm like, wow, was that back in like December though? Crap.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
Time flies though, for real. But so yeah, real quick, as far as the other stuff for the Psycho, so as what's going on there in the video right now, there was the big slam. It'll do its chest beam. Good luck, but right there where it's charging its hands and the chest beam, if you're the one targeted and you're right under it and you got a dodge roll, you can wait, and if you time it, dodge roll past it, and it'll just shoot the ground and not do anything. So, and from what I can tell, if you're doing the most damage to it, then it aggroes to you. I don't know if that's
what it seems like.
Because I just nailed mine with the master beam, and it's like motherfucker,
Yeah,
like
pretty
turned
much.
around at a time.
So also that shield I don't think is breakable.
No, we could try.
I kind of want to
mash it out. And
yeah, I would kind of want to just like take a group in and just see how long it takes to break the shield if it's possible. So then the normal hand beams, they don't stagger you; they just do a lot of damage. So
oh my god, this
if you
quell,
get under it, specifically if you're targeted in melee range, you can dash just like if it's a it's more like a what is it, the bishop beam rather than like a Zeon or something. They're pretty spread out, so you can like dash right next to it and it'll miss you most of the time. As I didn't just do, which I'm playing in a full armor type B there, so fair enough. But let's see what. Oh, it is breakable according to the Japanese wiki. Interesting.
Yeah.
So
100k HP shield apparently.
here we need
Unless
the
he's just
Zeon.
throwing out a number.
But yeah, so pretty much. Then it has its kick. I think that's about it. Oh, and the kick though too, like you said, it'll snap.
Those are just bullshit.
It'll snap and turn and punt you away, like just instantly. So you do have to be careful with the kick, but a lot of times it's telegraphed pretty well, and you can dodge roll that. So overall, I found ways to dodge pretty much all of its attacks. Then it just has the normal chest laser. That one's actually the hardest to dodge because it's just like, I'm gonna charge it, you're dead. Like it's pretty quick to charge that chest beam. If you're doing it solo, you can kind of cheese it once you get up on top. Once you've respawned, you can kind of cheese it a bit. Then most of the pretty much you just got to get lucky and have the quell and stuff not go after you up there while you kill it. That's pretty much
and it likes to come up here a lot.
So
like this stupid Hyzak and the quell keep coming up here and harassing me.
Oof, yeah, yeah. If they get up on you, then that's a bummer. But if they leave you alone, then you just fire at it. And that's how I got my solo, like 2 minute 30 seconds or 30. I think it's 2:34 is what I got with the Gyogi Jaeger. So, yeah, I was really happy with that one. That was 2 attempts for that one too. So I was just like, I was on point. And then after that, went to survival and just like went full potato mode. But yeah, that's about all the tips I got and everything that I figured out so far. I definitely want to try a Jaeger Unit 5 and a Yan combo. But let's see. Yeah, that's about all I got. Oh, and make sure you just have all damage parts on. Because if you're gonna take hits from anything in there, you're probably gonna die anyway. So go full damage and you just gotta get lucky. It's one of those RNG things. Like if they do have a leaderboard for this and you're doing it as a group, it's really gonna be the quell decided to counter me this time when I went to melee it. Okay, restart guys.
RNG is gonna be a big factor for sure.
Yeah, it's like, oh, by the way, the funniest thing though, every time this match starts and everything starts approaching you, they're like boosting at you backwards, and then they do the little woo like
Yeah.
spin. Like that is the funniest looking thing ever. And then just like the quail is boosting at me like this, and then all of a sudden does it's like
360
540 or
no scope.
something, like 540, and then
Like
tackles me,
typos, like,
and I
"Give
was
me
just
that."
like,
The bots are showing off.
he just countered me, and then like
Psycho
the
Crusher.
next guy comes up and he's like, well, I'll melee him, and he goes, countered. And then I'm just like, what is this quail? We just got the new type quail. Okay, restart. But yeah, so I've been doing the Gan poke to kill the quail instantly, and then because the GM cannon is just like a 200 cost one, so you can pop that in like 3 seconds, and have the other two focus the high zac real quick and then hit the cannon, or just pop the GM cannon so it doesn't cannon somebody. But that's been kind of the quick boom. You just pop everything and then warning. I also heard there's some pretty good music with it. I had my music on.
Say I wouldn't know.
Oh, I should probably turn it on.
But I kind of want to listen to it now.
Is it like actual Zeta music?
It'd be cool to play the Psycho Gundam theme.
Yeah, I'm wondering what they're actually doing there for that. But yeah, if you guys want to after this, I'd be up for maybe running a couple just to try that. But yeah, I think that's about all I got for the modes, though. Any other thoughts or?
So I was just gonna say this this might be a hot take. Maybe some people won't like it, but I'm kind of done
Oof.
with the PvE. Like, I don't know. I'm sure there are people that are like, yes, PvE, I'm gonna play and get best times, but I could care less about, like, even if the leaderboards came out, I could personally care less. I got my sub 3 rewards, and like all of the incentive for me personally to play those the PvE mode is pretty much gone.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like that might be a bit of an extreme, but I feel
No,
like
I mean,
could
I
go
don't
back to
give a
all
shit
matches.
about this anymore. We're
I
done.
mean, I'm kind
We had our
there
fun.
too. I just want to see my number. I would like to try to get my time down though, because I do like that kind of speed run stuff. So, like in that regard, yeah. But just getting it done and doing it, unless somebody needs help, I'll hop in for that. But
Yeah, I mean, I
other than
wouldn't
that,
be against playing with the boys, but it's just like if I was starting a stream up, I was like, I'm gonna play 4 hours of PvE. I think I think I might shoot myself in a video game. Like it would be rather rough. Like it's not that exciting to me.
yeah, like if
Going to
pretty much what Costa said, if they continue to expand PvE, then it could be cool. What this really
right.
The other thing too is the AI is still pretty basic. I don't know if they really. I think they improved it a little bit.
You
'Cause,
fought
like,
that quail, son?
I'd say they improved it by letting it be bullshit.
yeah, I was gonna
all those
say
weird twirls
they
and
do
shit
have
that
some
they do.
bullshit that it does, yeah, but like they definitely are a step up from the practice AI. Whether that be there is a step in a direction, we'll put it that way. How about
It's
that?
like S and K levels of like reaction time in terms of like their super bosses and stuff.
Yeah.
Just button prediction and reads all day.
Oh,
So-
for sure.
So other than the oh, I do want to have like level 3 Dom barrages just going ham on that thing. Go prone and just like delete its legs real quick.
Yeah, like
Hashtag
like
it doesn't
after it's all said and done, it's just about doing like weird runs and meme teams.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get a good RNG.
I mean, I think that combo would be actually pretty meta. Just shooting the legs with the Gatling. Just everybody go prone, hit its stun threshold in like one clip of the Gatling, and just pray that it doesn't come down swing everybody. But I really think this is a good tech demo of the possibilities of I like the boss. I will say that the AI for the boss, like, it seems like an actual boss fight, right? There's actual mechanics. It feels like you're doing stuff. The little AI are just bullshit ads that are just kind of bullshit ads.
I was gonna say that's their whole point, though.
Yeah.
They didn't have to be improved too much for that. I feel like they're obnoxious enough in the modes. If they ever try to do anything more complicated, they're gonna have to upgrade them, though.
Oh yeah, for real. And but I mean, it having its beam attacks, it's pretty basic AI and stuff, but I mean, it's still a boss fight, right?
Yeah,
So
like you're still getting hit stupid hard. It has responses to everything that you do.
and it has mechanics that you can easily dodge once you understand all the mechanics of it, which is exactly what you need. So
I will say though, playing the PvE modes, I would be more open to playing a actual like standalone release,
Yep.
like story style Gundam mode or Gundam game with the battle operation engine.
Yeah.
Especially
I know
when you
some
see
people
how
really don't
smooth
like
it
it.
runs out of online, like, ugh.
Yeah. Like PvE does run a lot nicer than the actual multiplayer matches.
It's kind of why I'm glad that they're expanding stuff for the new Versus game. They're doing all the branching stuff and like
for
solo
Maxi
missions and
Boost
stuff.
That's kind of cool.
But I think to make it a standalone game might actually help us get better AI too. But that's we'd have to see on that one.
Yeah, like I said, I know there was a lot of people who want PvE, and so this is a big deal for a lot of people. But at the same time, right now, it does seem kind of more like a tech demo, and I'm hoping that is kind of what they're using it for. To be like, hey, look at what we can do. Can we also make a single player game? I mean, I would buy it
for Mobile Suit Gundam, not battle operation, fight for the Federation.
I mean, what was
the name's in progress.
Like, I mean, we kind of talked about this before,
Operation
but wasn't the Troy? Yeah, like, wasn't that so? Like, if we just get like, Operation insert proper name here, then
Operation Crash Grab.
there you go.
Mobile Suit Gundam Operation Cash Grab.
But
Operation Shill Bill.
yeah, in this engine, if they make a full single player, I mean, I think we just said this last week as well. I mean, I'm pretty sure I said I would buy it if they made one in this engine. That would be I would definitely go for it. So I feel like they definitely have something they can do, and it would definitely lend itself to some speed run stuff, kind of like this. So, but yeah, I know quite a few people who would be on board for buying a actual.
I mean, it all depends on
like
how
that.
they want it too. Like the good thing about this is that gachas are just naturally profitable.
Yeah. Well, I kind of want, if they do a
Same.
standalone, then $40, $60, buy it, be done with it, kind of thing.
Good fucking luck in 2020
For
plus.
real.
Yeah, I know.
DLC.
There's gonna be plenty of DLC.
And the DLC is probably going to be actual suits, so then it's going to be like,
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be like, you want that Dom Barrage? You want to intensify?
They're gonna have the MSV pack.
I'll be like,
what is that voice?
Okay.
Okay, here's my wallet.
Take my money, Tomio.
Here's my wallet. I don't know what that voice was. That was a voice. Don't ask.
Year edition. We're testing names for it. Like Dragon Ball games get like longer as they make more.
Oh gosh.
Napalm is saying Gundam Battle Assault Operation 2 Special Pikachu Game of the Year edition.
Whoa. Let's just add on Yeetus, Deletus, the fetus, Norman Reedus. There we go. We'll tack that on too. Why not?
With Norman and the funky fetus.
Just get things from like every Gundam game made. Mobile Suit SD Gundam Battle Operation.
Then you're gonna have a bunch of like
generations,
and then they'll have like Code Geass crossover DLC.
Oh no!
Yes, let's go. I love crossovers in my battle op. I know people like keep my battle operation pure, but let's get a real scope dog in there or something. Who cares what the hitboxes are? Everyone wants their tiny little Thunderbolt Akai. We can fit a Votem suit in there. Arm slave. Let's go.
That's probably
Um,
where they would relegate that stuff to, like the single player version.
That'd be cool. I'd be okay with that. I'd play single player if I could play the fucking scope dog. Let's get to Arbalest. Some kind of Veritech or whatever. This Tomino, man, put Daitarn 3 in the fucking game.
Here, let's get some Veritex in there, yo.
Yeah.
Just put Ideon in the game while you're at it. That'll be the new boss
For
battle.
real.
That needs to be a boss fight for the PvE. There's this massive GM mobile armor looking thing.
But
Here's a new title. SD Gundam Battle Assault G Generation Operation 2 Encounters in Jaburo Zeonic Front versus Zeta Gundam Ghiren's Green. Perfect. That's the game. Good job, Napalm.
Put that one on the fridge.
oh man, that is perfect.
Ship it. That's the gold
Okay,
disc.
okay, I need you to copy that and paste that
We've gone
in the
gold now.
Discord. Like, I'm gonna put that in the secret standalone name. I'm gonna put that in the description of this.
There you
like,
go.
The standalone, secret standalone name, and just if anybody actually reads the description, they'll probably be like, "Who even what?" And yeah.
Is that going to be the podcast title?
Oh my gosh, for real though. No, that wouldn't even fit. I don't even think that would fit in the YouTube thing. I don't think I can do that.
Try.
I would have to just name. Oh my gosh, for real. I'm gonna try to just forget even just having.
It won't even have an episode name, but it'll
if-
just
if
be a
I can-
special edition
I'll
title.
put like at the end though. I'll be like in parentheses GBO2 and then just DTIEH for Downtime in the Hangar or something.
Mm.
Like just in parentheses over here and hopefully fit that in, I guess, and just be like, boom, and that's the title. Yeah, that's what we're going with. Well, was that Napalm you said?
Yeah.
Okay, in the description I'll also say thanks, Napalm. Oh man, that is good. Ugh. But anyway, so yeah, I think that's really about all the thoughts I have. I think it would be great standalone. It looks like a good tech demo for now. I hope they expand it and I hope they improve on it. And I just can't wait to get more bosses. Like that's the thing. I'm more hyped about the bosses and kind of the. Now I do have to agree a little bit, as all of us said in chat. I do like the trial stuff a bit, just getting to actually be able to try new suits. So if we get like a new trial thing every time there's a new suit release, just saying.
Well, here's the thing
cool.
too. It looks like since they're actually having set amounts for the rewards, are there any dates on those, or I would assume it would just be weekly going forward.
Could be.
For when it actually rolls over, because that would be neat. Just theme it against whatever's like in. The bosses would probably be recycled a little bit more frequently, but the other two modes would be a lot easier to switch around.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I hope they switch it up. I agree. That'd be good.
I would assume the trial mode will probably stay the same for a little bit, just because Zeta's a big deal.
Oh yeah.
But survival could be switched around because you're just picking your own suits at that point.
Yeah.
Well, I'd hope the first one could be switched out every week, so you'd have a good chance to try a new mobile suit. So, like, they theme it based off to whatever the mobile suit is.
That's what ideally. That's what I want to. I'm just saying, Zeta's kind of a big deal, and it's not gonna stop being a big deal for a while.
Well, that's like.
Well,
let's
you
say,
know, when the Methus comes out next week.
Oh my god!
I was gonna say that's my guess next week is the Methus now. Like we're going full blown. We got transforming stuff in. Methus is next week, dude. I'm calling it.
That's another good point too. Just stacking. Like instead of having just one new suit in the trial, you could have like multiple.
Yeah, well, that's what I was
as long
gonna
as
say.
they're
Like,
properly themed.
it just keeps adding on. Yeah, so like, it's the same trial probably, but you know, say we get the Methus next week. Then the Methus
so like
is just
the
added,
Diaz maybe
so
gets
4.
pushed out or something.
Yeah, either.
Oh, you say 4. I would assume they would
pushed
just
out or
rotate
they just
out.
added in. Yeah, one or the other. push one out or just add another one in.
If they do add another one in, it would be nice if they let you pick your AI for when you do it solo.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty legit. But yeah, I want to be able to pick your AI on the survival thing though, just saying. Having 3 supports. I'm all about that support comp, but it'd be nice to have a general to go after that raid. Saying.
Oh, I got the Zaku lady emblem. Yay.
Yay.
It's very cute.
Oh, I don't know if it's something they were gonna change or fix, or if it's working as intended. But you cannot progress the missions into PvE mode.
Yeah.
So like how they have the gun.
Yeah, you can't do anything like
Can't
that.
progress those.
Gotta do it in a proper game. And I'm assuming it's because it's simulator, right? As opposed to you actually sorting against other people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hope they
it just sucks.
Yeah, I hope they kind of add something to that to where you can actually generate some kind of rewards, or maybe clan missions will be to do PvE mode every now and then or something. But
that would be interesting.
Like, I would like to see more stuff that you can unlock, and maybe get a token, maybe, or just what I would say, just add more ways to get tokens. Add an extra mission.
Like a 4th daily.
Yeah, like add a PvE
That'd
daily.
be cool.
Like something like that.
I mean, they're already giving you a free spin every time through the battle simulator itself. So, like, you're not even scrambling for one. You're scrambling for a full-on spin.
Yeah.
For all
So.
3.
I was kind of just hoping they would add a caveat to the current dailies. So, like, they just have it kind of splintered where playthrough game stays the same. And that kind of just works whenever you play a match in anything. But, like, for the other 2, like, it stays the same. Play 2 space matches, damage, assist score, whatever. But also add, like, get a sub 4-minute clear in one of the trial modes, or play the trial mode so many times or something like that. That would have been pretty neat.
Yeah, I hope they do that. Like, I was kind of surprised that they have this mode in and it wasn't part of the main missions for the Gun Tank 2. That was kind of surprising. Like, I was guessing, yeah, like get sub 3 minutes 5 times to get the Zaku lady or something. So.
Just another little minor thing to point out too, with the PvE mode, they added a new NPC. I believe his name is Joseph. And he's
Clark,
like,
right?
Is it Clark? Or is his last name?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Yeah.
What's his phone? Something like that.
So, like, if you know where Carrie Cadbury is, she's, for those of you who don't pay attention to NPC names, she's a lady you talk to play games in the video game.
Yeah, and she's over at
Curtis,
the
Patrick Curtis. We were both way off.
Curtis. Okay.
Way
off. Something Patrick Curtis. But if you're looking at Carrie, you just like look over to your left. Patrick, or you said Patrick?
Yes.
Yeah, Patrick is like outside of the little base next to where Carrie is standing, just kind of like chilling. And the dude has the nerve, when I talk to him, to be like, I see you finally hit A rank. I'm like, hello, gentleman who's only been here for like a literal few minutes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my god.
On the disc DLC.
My character is older than you are, Patrick. Do not patronize me, okay?
Okay, new guy,
Like
you just got here.
Like that one me, we're just like, I know more than you.
Off. Yeah, step off, bro. Freaking boomers showing up in the base camp thinking they know everything.
Finally hit A rank, huh?
But
back in my day, we had to play for months to get to A rank.
Back in my day, we were at B plus.
A rank wasn't even in the game yet.
Fair enough. I was like,
A minus was tops.
I was like, for me, it was more of like, back in my day, just to get the Lance Corporal took a month and a half to 2 months, maybe 3. Now you can do it in like a week.
I had to go 15 miles through the ice and snow.
Without an encourage.
Oh yeah, without encourage. Yeah, we didn't have encourage. We didn't have like clan missions. We didn't have.
If you didn't have a Dom, you weren't playing the game.
It's the main character mobile suit.
But oh my gosh, the Dom meta. I missed that. I came in after that, but yeah.
You didn't miss much.
Heh.
Just in time for the easy 8 meta.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, I think I came in around the end of that ish or during that, something around there. I know that was a big deal. It was like bazooka meta, easy 8, go.
Just gotta get in there with that thrust all
Oh.
day.
By the way, just on a side note, and I know we could probably start transitioning to Zeta. Actually, yeah. Are we good with the PvE stuff? Any other final
I
thoughts?
think so.
Okay.
That's it.
I also try to do like damage parts. So like if you shoot the head, will it do more damage kind of thing with the data link? That didn't work. So I've tried different part things. So
heard
Yeah.
that too,
I mean,
yeah.
that's something
Yeah.
that's good to keep in mind. Like if you're trying to do specific part layouts, you can forego those and put other stuff.
yeah. So but anyway, that's about all I got. So yeah. We can go ahead and start moving in to talk about the Zeta and the okay, cool. I've got this patch notes page up. Oh, I'm actually playing it right now in the thing, so there we go. Perfect.
Hey.
Now I just got to remember what I was actually going to say before I like this would be a perfect transition. But yeah, let's talk about Zeta, then I'll figure it out. It was something about what it could mean for dudes like 600 cost. That's what it was. So with 600 cost and stuff, like just a quick little in between slight tangent here. What do you guys think about this idea? If they did, so now we don't have unlimited anymore, right? And just queuing.
Right.
Like looks like they're just done with that. Now we got 600 cost, and
Right.
it's probably going to be all over the place now. And then every now and then we'll get the 550 or whatever. But now we have 600 cost to deal with, and here's what I'm thinking. What if they did a setup to where if you're 50 points below the cost of the required room, you use one level higher weapon per 50.
Just punch up a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Like I kind of want them to do that. Like that is something I'm going to try to tweet at them, and hopefully it'd be
I would say
understandable.
make like a more specific caveat about it too, and it's like barring that you don't have the same suit at the actual cost.
Yeah, maybe that. Or
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, that's kind of the like right now. I'm just like, we're getting to 600. Okay, time for like I've got 4 550s right now that I can actually use, and it's just like the most, like most of them have been like, well, the GPO1. I got I guess 6 now. I guess technically the GPO1 and the Xeon counting the space stuff. I think that's it. Yeah. Either way, point being, that's not a lot of suits, and that's a lot of tokens and spending that, as far as just somebody who's pretty much been playing free for the most part. So I've put money into it. I put in the $30 for the SML. What?
Oh, right.
Yeah, the SML.
I said starter pack, but yeah.
Then the starter pack was $8, so it's like $38 plus pretty much $40 is what I've put into the game now because I bought $2 tokens because the game decided to like not want to work. I had that error where it was like at the end of the game it'd be like you have disconnected. This match did not count.
Yay!
And had that happen like 10 times in a row. Started playing at like noon, and then it was 4 o'clock reset. This was after daylight savings, and 4 o'clock reset comes around, and I wasn't able to get the last token. So I was just like, well, this is I have to kind of just we're losing this special step up right here, right now. So go ahead and do the spin.
Yeah, considering
Yeah, but
some of the interruptions and like weird stuff they've had going on, they sometimes compensate. I wish they do it a little bit more liberally with tokens, though.
Yeah,
Here's recycle tickets, kid. Man, I was gonna add something to that, but I'm having trouble remembering what I was gonna say.
now you're doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the the part increase from, or yeah, I mean the weapon increase, being able to use weapon one level higher.
Oh, I remember now. I was just gonna be a total meme lord like usual. Be like, I just saddle up in my level 5 Grandpa Gundam and get in there. It's 600 now.
Oh God. Why?
Like, yeah, okay,
At
real
least
quick
it
though.
wasn't.
Zeong level 2, guys.
Oh yeah.
That's
I'm just glad they don't have their own banner. Like they learned from when they introduced 550 and released that garbage trash banner. I
Well,
was like,
I wouldn't mind if they had it as an
550
extra
or
thing.
500 or whichever one it was. New 500 cost suits the G3 level something. And it's just like,
Yeah, it was the 550 was, well, and that's the thing too. Like it's still the same suits, only without the plus the Zeong, right? So was it? Didn't they have some other stuff though with it last time?
I want to say it was like Zommel, Grandpa Gundam, maybe G3,
Early production again.
Gelgoog.
early production got bumped again too.
Yeah, so it's early production,
Level
Gundam,
5.
G3, and maybe the Zommel and something else. I wanted to say there was like 5 just suits that were just like, these are not meta at all. Save your token.
Yeah, the new stuff is like it's Federation is all Gundams. It's Grandpa Gundam G3, and I think it was the full armor Gundam. And I think it was weird. Like, why would they do the full armor Gundam and not like
the
I guess the
Type
newer
B.
suit? Yeah, man. Like, why did they introduce the game? Why did they introduce that suit and they're gonna bump up the full armor Gundam? Like, what kind of nonsense?
Well,
is
then
that?
again, like that's why I'm
Well,
saying about the
that-
Hymo Gelgoog, and yet they're still pushing the early production.
The Type B
Yeah,
wasn't
I mean,
out at
Which
that
is like
point, though.
markedly slow. Like
Well, no, I'm
actually
talking about the new
too
banner.
damn slow.
Oh, this banner. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, or not the new banner. Just it's not even a banner. It's just new
It's
additions.
just
They
literally
yeah,
the
fair
fact that
enough.
they just bumped them up.
Yeah, kind of
Just
weird.
bumped them. It's weird that
No,
they.
it's
Yeah, that's
because-
another thing too. It's weird that they bumped them raw and didn't give them a separate banner either.
Well, it's because those suits suck, and like everybody knows it, and like nobody's gonna roll on it. Like the last time they tried to do that shit, like I'm pretty sure they probably. I hope they made no money off of that banner.
Oh yeah, no, for real though.
like
that
that
was
was
gonna be that
the
one guy.
weakest. That was the weakest banner like ever. Like I remember seeing, like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Okay,
what
real
are they
quick though.
thinking, man?
Real talk. I know one person who rolled on one thing, and that's just because of the G3. Maniac probably went for that G3.
He probably did.
Yeah, so fair enough.
Maniac, did you go for that G3?
G3 is his suit, so fair enough. I can see that. If one of those suits is your suit, then fair enough, right? If that's what you play, then more power to you. But like, and now the G3's buffed though. So this time we have buffed Gundam, we have the buffed G3, we have early production, cool.
Hey, it got buffs too.
Oh wait, yeah, I got a
has
leg buffer.
Has leg buffer or whatever.
Leg buffer level 2. Yeah.
Don't worry, they'll give it quick boost pretty soon.
But the real hype machine here, the real hype machine is the Zeon level 2. But
for sure.
It just has to exist. Like they didn't have to change anything about that suit.
For real.
Now it's just more horrifying in space. On top of all the other high-end like death machines in high cost space, now that's got a bump up too.
Oh yeah, I want that now. Well, you know why I want that. I got to get my Zeon cheese. I got to break that 200k base destroy.
Yeah, you
everything.
fucking delinquent over there. It's causing.
Starting to change the Zeon cheese to just the Magnum cheese now is what I'm calling it, just because I destroy all
Finding
bases.
more suits to do it with it now.
Oh yeah, I've got the Type B that'll destroy a base. I want the Agu guy so I can destroy a base. If I get the MLRS, oh my gosh, I'm so sad I can't even try for the MLRS. Because it goes away, what, tomorrow? Then, or is it the next
Is it a ticket shop or something?
No, 72 hour. You have a 1 in 4 chance of getting.
Yeah, to step up. I see what you're talking about.
So
it's pretty tempting. I wouldn't mind getting the Ghiren Tetra.
Yeah, I mean, I would take that too,
Or
just because I
trying
don't
to.
have a single raid. Which next week I'll finally have a 550 raid. GPO2's coming to the ticket shop, by the way. Woo!
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be buying that. Like, I'm gonna
Ugh.
be saving my RT unless the Alex shows up again. In which case, I'm probably gonna crack and get that instead.
Oof.
It's a trap. Just get the GPO3 if you don't already have it.
Oh, I already have it. I
Oh,
don't like it
good.
anyway. I hardly ever run it.
So but yeah. Anyway, back to the Zeta, I guess. Um,
It's a suit. It does a lot of shit.
but yeah, do you
It was
want
a
to
big beefy package.
pull up the trial thing, or when
What?
you're in, Gustav?
Oh, I haven't rated.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Sorry.
That's fine. No big deal. There was
Oh,
already
you
some
loaded up?
gameplay. Oh, are you on?
Well, I can turn my PlayStation back on. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
sure,
pull
I
it up.
guess. That'll work. But so yeah, the Zeta. The easiest way I've been able to describe it, it's the melee parts of the striker plus a instant stun beam for its rifle with the Mudrock grenade launcher arm thing and a flying Hildoffer that does damage when it runs into things.
Wave Rider crash.
Also, you can fire the rifle, which is nice. Just ping him before you
Yeah.
even land.
So you
You
can,
also have the spot beam guns.
and then the spot beam gun
secondary
from
name.
like Unit 4, Unit 5 kind of thing. And that, yeah, you can fire that while flying as well. So, pretty cool. Got a lot of stuff. I'm just waiting for somebody who's just completely insane at the game to just like take this thing and be like, killing this guy over here, and then transform, land, and start meleeing people and stuff.
Start
Like,
seeing high-end gameplay with it.
oh yeah, that's gonna be absurd. I think. Like you can swap to whatever melee weapon you're gonna use as you land, so you just beam them, then swap, and then melee, then swap, dash, melee.
You definitely can initiate with the Wave Rider crash, like a Hildolfer can, though.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely like I think it's more of like a chase mechanic thing.
Actually,
like maybe somebody's low.
yeah,
just fly
maybe.
after them.
What if you bump? I didn't think about this combo. What if you bump, transform out of it, swap to beam? Does the ready up time faster than the melee? Because I find like there's a
I
second
will
in the
say
melee.
this: with that bump, you're gonna pass them. Get out of transform, have that awkward time where you're just floating uncontrollably, and then you have to land, and then turn around, and I'm gonna bet that guy's gonna be recovered by the time you're able to even do anything.
Well, I mean,
Like,
I'm thinking support now. Like if you're running into a raid, then that's
okay,
a little bit awkward. But a support, you're behind them, so they got to rotate. Okay, so everybody in 600 calls, use that rotary thing or whatever the motor, field motor. There we go.
The rotary thing.
Yeah, I was just like rotation, something word.
rotato potato.
Yeah, pretty much. So, but let me know when you get in Emblem. I've got your thing up.
I am talking to Leona right now. I'll let you know though.
Yeah, I noticed. Was that just a success?
Yeah, normal.
Rip. But yeah, the yeah, overall though, I think cool. I mean, it's a flying Hildoffer at this point that has 200 speed. It caps out the speed when you transform. So, as of right now, the fastest a suit can go is 200.
I don't
Confirmed.
feel like I'm going super fast whenever I'm playing it though. Like,
It
it's
doesn't
kind of
seem
weird.
that fast.
Yeah, I was feeling the same thing, but it does move like we were kind of expecting it to, just always forward moving. So
Mm-hmm.
that is indeed a thing. So I'll take it. Yeah, I'm just kind of hyped to see more of this. Also, ooh, that's a good point, Gustav. You were in a game and there was a lot of them, and one of them yeeted over to the base for the plant. And what happened?
Yeah. Got clapped by like 2 people.
Yeah, so we were like, oh no, what if you could get to the base and do some crazy things? Well, unless you're doing it sneaky, if you're not going sneaky peeky like, then you're
It's kind of hard to be sneaky when you can see it from the aerial once you die.
Yeah.
So anyone who's like in purgatory just waiting to drop is gonna see you and be like, ah, hell no, and just like drop with their suit.
So that's kind of gonna be the
So it's all about timing. You gotta try to do it when everyone's up. The problem with that is that they're all gonna see you try to like fly around because like I don't think any of the maps have gotten their um ceilings raised at all. So you're still gonna be like visible. It's not like you're like in orbit or like
Good
high
information out,
altitude.
Magnum.
And like it's hard to see you unless they look up. Like no, they're just gonna see you zoom by and then realize, oh, he's going for the base and like try to take you out.
Oh, get him.
Get him!
By the way, though,
Get
the
that bitch.
dagger, I haven't seen anything yet. I haven't played against one to try to shoot it out of the sky, but I'm really curious to know how easy it is to shoot it out of the sky. And man, that transform animation, look at that.
It's really
So
cool.
clean.
Yeah, and then you just transform out, and then you have that awkward little slide, and you land. I've been able to kind of melee out of it, though.
Yeah,
I don't know if
that
you,
slide's a little scary.
I don't know if you've tried the transform and then land and then melee, but that like shoot with the main gun. I was having some success with that when trying to do the trial one.
I'm about to try it out.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
the
kind of
boss.
curious to see where you end up after that. That's kind of funny.
They'll probably just put me in this usual spot, untransformed.
Untransform. Yeah, I was gonna say like. Yeah, there it is. Okay. But yeah, that bayonet like beam is kind of awesome.
It's very Gabaldi Beta-esque with that downswing too.
Yeah, so you have a
Oh, yeah.
Garibaldi Beta downswing with a Gan EOS neutral.
And also just the horizontal range of the Gyaneos, even on the second part of the downswing. Like it reaches out to the side really far.
Oh,
It does damage to the boss.
okay. So
Oh,
when you
gosh.
transform, you can land and then melee. So swap to melee in the air. Like untransform while decent, like up in the air a little bit. You can, that yeah. So I guess that's what I was doing when I was doing it. I was like comboing pretty well. Then as soon as you land, you can melee. So it's gonna be one of those weird things where you got to be just high enough off the ground when you
Did you
shoot
see what
somebody with the
just
beam.
happened there, by the way, Magnum? Did you notice that?
The kick.
Like, I was gonna mention this. Yeah, but did you notice that the psycho, the biosensor activation gives you stagger resistance?
Oh yeah, the stagger resistance. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. And
'Cause I
that's
noticed it
another
during the
cool
match
thing.
earlier. Because you still take full damage, but the kick didn't knock me down.
Yeah, so that's a pretty big deal, and it's pretty much free exam mode when you hit 30% life.
If you repair above it, it goes away though.
That's kind of interesting. Which I mean, that's in my opinion, like I think I've said this a few times. The only times you really need to repair is if the entire enemy team is dead. Does it pop back up though when you get back down? I'm assuming yes.
Yes, I think
Okay.
it did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what Berserk's next question was. But does he come back? And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. So like when you're down at 30% health, it's pretty much free exam mode without having to do anything to get exam mode activated. So
You're just in a state of almost. Just in a state of almost being dead is all.
yeah, pretty much. But at that point though, like again, back to what I was saying, like if you're gonna repair, I think repairing is kind of there's only like 2 times you do it. When your legs are completely broke, you need to just tap repair to get in there just to do a little bit more before you die. And and that's another thing though, you don't get any repairs when that happens, do you?
Was that?
You just get the stun immunity and the
Oh
and the damage
yeah,
and stuff.
it's
Yeah.
you're just sitting there, whatever HP you're at.
So but yeah, I mean, overall, really cool. I hope nobody's had to well too hard. I won it, but I'm too scared to actually do more than just a 10 spin here and there, and I'm really curious as to what's coming out next. So yeah,
Yeah,
feels
it'll be
awkward, man.
interesting. I'm tempted to whale more just because I also don't have the aggregate either. Like I'm starting to get a little stretched for like new suits, which is why I also want to try to grind through for the gun tank too. So at least I had that to mess with. I wonder if surely someone has it by now.
What,
What
the
was
gun
that?
tank too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't.
Oh, I'm sure.
I didn't get too much
sorry.
actual matches in, so. But
I mean, not between us, but I mean just like in general.
well, yeah. But I mean, still, there's a lot of grind there for that one. Oh, there we go. Cool. So that's pretty much the Zeta. Any other thoughts about the Zeta though?
It doesn't seem inherently broken to me. Like it just seems like a good suit.
Yeah. I feel like it has a high skill cap though, and there's gonna be somebody that's crazy out there with it.
I can agree with that.
Um,
And I guess as far as like the Wave Rider stuff goes, I mean, you have a good initiate with it. Like if you shoot somebody with the beam rifle and then lay into him with the spot guns, that's not bad damage. And if you ram them, I mean, you're probably talking like easily at least 5,000, maybe 6,000 damage because the damage on the Wave Rider attack is 2,000 base. Like I've never seen it not do 2,000 damage.
yeah. Also,
Everything
Zeta,
on it's pretty high output, especially since it doesn't have anything to really match it besides like some level buffed suits at its cost.
Right. I think it'll be easier to tell once there are more 600 suits. I agree.
Oh my god. One just bumped me on the way over because we're doing Arctic right now. So it can cover that ground pretty fast. Like I would almost say it doesn't even need to transform to cover most of the ground here.
Man, I'll put up another one if you wanted more Zeta-y stuff.
well, I mean, if we're
One
pretty
thing
much
I
at the
want to
end-
know, and I don't know if anyone's noticed, I did notice in the trial stuff, it almost seemed like the Mark II still had priority over the Zeta. I kind of find that hard to believe, so I'm wondering if anyone's had any experience trying to clash with the Mark II.
I clashed with something when I was playing. I just can't remember.
I think I
what.
clashed with Mark II in the desert. But I want to say I think Zeta has medium priority.
It's kind of whack. Especially when it has two different melee weapons, too. You would think at least one of them would have more priority.
During the boss fight with the GM Cannon 2, apparently that's a reference from Advance of Zeta.
Berserk mentioned it, and I was trying to get clarification, but never responded. But I see what he's talking about now. He's talking about the AI that joined the team.
Yeah, so that would be interesting.
It'd be interesting if they put it in the if it had special colors for that faction too. If they put it in there, that'd be neat.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And then but for real though, it's an idea. Hazel Custom, let's go.
You never know.
Aoshi's wallet will die at that point.
Aoshi's apparently too busy building and eating right now.
But also, I will agree. This isn't a GBO2 or Mark II all over again. I have to agree with what said there with that.
Yeah.
But
I'm surprised that they didn't go there though. Like this is such a titular kind of suit.
Yeah. Oh, also, good point. Wait till the month because the month is about to reset. So.
Oh yeah. We get our Gundam welfare.
And then do your 10 spins if you can, unless you really need to wait. Would that be?
Yeah, like we do it for the concept, but like you guys can just chill because it's gonna be in the list still.
Yeah. Well, also too, I think that's because the first is Wednesday, and so yeah, that's actually before banner reset. So yeah, you can still well on this at that point, and then store up those tokens and stuff.
Ah, shit.
Ooh, bald guy.
Oh, she did someone say Hazel custom.
Uh-oh. You didn't hear anything,
Hey,
Ashi? I hope it happens, but I hope
watch
you
it
get it
happen.
instantly.
Watch it happen next week.
Oh my gosh, if it happens next week or something, ouch, dude. Ouch for ouch.
Because here's the thing, like we got the Zeta. I'm a little surprised we got that before some of the other supporting suits, but it was a festival, so
Yeah.
the timeline just kind of demanded it. You know, you're
Pretty
gonna do a
much.
big event, you got to bring out the Zeta. There's a lot of people that are doing alternate colors based on the different variants of the Zeta too, and people are hoping that those show up.
Oh, real quick.
Oh yeah, I would love to see some of those.
Oh, for real though. But Emblem, I got a question for you. I know you wanted to see the flight system, not the Zeta being the first one, but you think the flight system is good? What's your
I think it's
opinion?
fine. It's like a weird flying hybrid of the transformation system that tanks use. Is kind of what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
So like I don't think, like, if you want to think about it, it's not the first, because like transformable like movement stuff has already been in the game, I guess. So it's already kind of been worked on a little bit with the other stuff, like with the assault gun tank and Hilbolfer.
It legit looks like they just like combined that with like space movement, and like that's just how this works.
Now in space, apparently you can turn this thing around and do like a 180.
The
Like,
Wave Rider.
Yeah, apparently you can do
Neat.
that just like the same stop. You can do the same stop and just
Stop and turn,
and then whip your camera around. So
that makes sense.
that's kind of legit. But not gonna lie, doing that one without any parts and trying to get under 3 minutes was actually kind of rough. Luckily, I got it in like 2 tries, but still, it was. I had to
It's
be
funny
on
to see
point.
some of these Zetas front and still get caught by like Mark 1 downswings. They're trying. They're trying.
But yeah. So that's about all I got for the Zeta, I think. 'Cause that was gonna be the last question I wanted to ask you. Did it feel like kind of what you were hoping, or did it just? I mean, it doesn't feel bad is the main thing. I mean, that's the good part
It
about
checks
it.
the boxes.
So this is the rough thing too, right? Like Emblem in particular got this pretty easy. This is not a Zoc situation for him.
Thank goodness.
So I would have to wonder, someone else who had to struggle a little bit more by the time they got it. The big question is, was it worth it for them?
That
it was
is
for
true.
me.
I mean, if you really just want to play it, stuff, there's the trial right now. I mean,
Yeah. And I like that, and I do hope that they rotate that weekly.
yeah,
I really do.
because then you can kind of take it in and be like, oh, the Hyakushiki is not for me unless I have the shrapnel. So yeah, I'll take it. I really, again, if they keep that going week by week, outstanding. I will applaud that. That'll be amazing. And you're on twice right now. But yeah, cool. Any other thoughts on Zeta? And then we can move on to the other patch notes and stuff like that.
Well, excuse me. I wanted to kind of ask you guys too. What do you think? It's just kind of like it'd be upcoming, but I think like Zeta kind of breaches the topic. What do you guys think we're going to be looking at in regards to the precedent that Zeta sets? Like, I know you were saying earlier that you want the Mephis to be, you think the Mephis will be out next week, but do you think that this event will be kind of like how the GPO1 or the Stardust Memory event was, where we'll see a lot of kind of new 600 cost suits being introduced to kind of help fill that slot up some?
Yeah, I would bet money on that. Yeah.
I hope so, because they also still need to fill out 550. Like they dragged their feet on that for too long. So like even that cost range is kind of struggling.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I'm
but
curious.
it's been like kind of their track record though, because 500 was struggling when they released 550. So like they definitely aren't at a point where like, oh, we'll make sure this thing's completely filled out before we move on. So I think we'll see some new stuff.
The Mark II, though, right? For example, that's a
Mhm.
pretty good example. Like it's 500 and 550. So I'm curious to see if, like, say, the Methodist, right, is 550 and 600. I'm betting we're going to see a lot of 550, 600 suits with this to fill out
I could see that.
more of the
Like there's 2 levels of the Methus, for
yeah.
instance, or something. Right.
And it just did
But
really well in the one against a bunch of Zetas. I need to revel in this until people actually start learning the Zeta more.
yeah, I
Just
feel
go on
like
a 600
Then it's
room
not
so
going to feel so
people-
great anymore.
I just feel like it's a skill cap thing right now with the Zeta. That is yeah, I'm still calling it like this is a high skill cap suit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like once the honeymoon period's over and the people who are gonna commit to that suit actually get in there more, like this is gonna be a scary lobby to run.
But yeah, I can see a lot of 550, 600s though coming out.
I hope so. I would like to go into because I mean they can't just leave the 600 rooms as like 4 Zetas and a support, you know? Because I don't know if you
The
guys have played any, but that's
occasional
pretty much
early production Gilgug, maybe.
yeah. I've not seen any of the new 600s besides Zeta Gundam in any of those lobbies.
I did,
Hey,
but it was on City, so it was a little bit more cramped.
I will say if next week though, I'll take in that GPO2, that 600 room. Let's go.
Oh my god, dude, you're gonna get clapped.
Oh, we'll see.
Hyakushiki's been interesting because like it's pretty much the G3 of its run, but also the G3 is at this cost now.
Right.
So it's super reactive and it can do a lot of stuff. And if you kind of run it like the O1 where you're just committing to that downswing because it's a two-stepper, you can scare the shit out of people. But the minute you're on a boost or just get overwhelmed, you're done. Because so many people can just like cover the map, come at you, and just be instant reinforcements because of that flight mode.
Yeah, Zeta with the Zeta around the supports, you'd be like, need support, and all the Zeta just like, I must return to my people.
Suddenly you're
For real,
rage
though.
screaming, need support.
Like that is such a change though now because it's just like help, roll out, transform, fly out.
So Aoshi is starting to try to predict like what some of these other suits are going to be cost wise. And one of them is like the Humbravi maybe being like 600, Gaplant would be like 500 ish. But that brings up an interesting point. So I was saying I really hope that the Zeta is going to be a 600 because it being a 550 alongside like the Stamen and all these other old ass suits would be kind of stupid. And it seems like they followed that at least a little bit.
Mhm.
So that sets an interesting precedent as to what cost are some of these other Zeta suits going to be at, considering that so many of the Mook suits and some of the specialty version stuff that we've gotten has actually been lower.
I would like to see the Hyakushiki get a 600 cost though. By the way,
I'm sure it will. I bet you anything.
I'm really curious to see if we get like an extra side banner, like within the next couple of weeks, or even
Zeta and friends.
or even yeah, like it would be weird. Like I'm really expecting a level 3 Mark II, and I'm guessing the level 3 Mark II is gonna wait.
Did the Diaz get one? Did it get a level 2?
I think so.
No, I don't think
Or,
so.
No.
I'm not
It's
sure.
weird. It's weird that they gave the Xeon and the early production Gilgug boost, but not the Diaz then.
Yeah, I feel like
Because
it's
they make it-
coming, but
For newer stuff though, they're waiting for like the Xeon was interesting since that's like a newish or kind of suit, but
Yeah.
they're definitely saving those other like new suits for a supplementary banner for sure.
Yeah, we'll see how that turns out.
I feel like this does say something though that of course they want to keep putting in another Gundam because it's iconic, right?
Yeah, Grandpa's
So-
getting a lot of
Grandpa, right.
mileage for
They-
nothing.
Yeah, they really like the Zeong then apparently, as well as either it made them a lot of money or They also think it's an iconic suit that always needs a upgrade.
I think it probably made him a lot of money. Also, just like it's been so consistently like devastating.
And it's it's still OP. I'm still calling it OP. It really needs a nerf, but I mean, hey, I'll keep my cheese going.
Mm-mm. I made a fool's choice and picked the camper this round. Not a good idea.
Oh no. Time to get
So
melted.
yeah, so I'm clapping and I'm making people jump, but then they turn around and just man, like, oh, what was that? Oh, it's a bug.
Okay, so go ahead and
Patch
hop into
notes?
the patch notes and stuff and look at all the different pages, and then we'll kind of go back into talking about the upcoming suits and what we think for the new suit stuff. Yeah. Okay, so so we already kind of talked about it, but the G3, each one of those got 600 cost. There we go. Finally found the page. So
Here we go.
we already talked biosensor, ability boost. I'm on the it's all in English, by the way. So the 326 supply drop lineup update
Oh, got it.
is the one I'm starting on right now. So
Yeah, they've been good about that, which I've been happy about.
flight
They
mode,
haven't had
ram
to wait
attack.
too long.
Oh, even the info like Monday or whatever was in English. It was really cool.
Yeah, they got it up fast.
Then you got the normal suit.
Camille.
Yeah.
Camille.
Camille. Zeonic.
Best Spawn impersonations. Camille.
Okay, that's actually pretty much it on that one. Okay, cool. Yeah. We pretty much talked about everything on that. Okay, let's just go to the 326 data update notes. So it's begun the festival. Yeah. Hype.
Okay, I see. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. GBO
So,
Spring Festival.
Yep.
Z. The Z stands for Zeta.
In case you didn't know.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry, man. I
news
need
to
to blow
me.
your mind there.
It's news to me, man.
Well,
What?
actually, it means Zed, not Zeta.
Oh no.
And if you really want to like do some hardcore theory like crafting stuff, the Z, like it could just be trying to do a 3D effect, but the Z is kind of
There's
doubly.
Doubly,
Did you
yeah.
notice that?
Yeah, there's like a double Zeta there. Huh? Hinting
That's
Double
pretty.
Zeta.
That's pretty crazy, man.
Double Zeta confirmed.
Conspiracies. Okay.
The GM3 is gonna be the last mobile super spring event.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
They should
Robot
just give it to
King.
us free at this point.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
would
so
get Robot King. But okay, so the battle simulator, we talked about all the PvE stuff, so we'll go on to the map changes. So this is pretty big.
Good change.
Yes. No more of because I never really did that myself. But no more of those supports sitting on top of those platforms after the shuttle explodes.
For real.
And just being able to rain down all the safe stuff and yeah. Get in there
Free
and
reign.
brawl.
For you supports.
Get in and brawl like a real man support does.
Heck yeah.
I mean, to be fair, you have like the outer platforms. The
Yeah.
bridge in general is still a good spot to try to stick people at. So you have options. You just can't be as high up as you used to be.
And it buffs those spots actually because now there's even more that you can see. So if you're up on the very top, you can actually hit there in the picture. I'll mouse over it. Yeah, there we go. Like right here, you can actually hit a suit that's in this on this little bridge in between those now if you were up over there. So it actually opens it up enough to where you can actually get some
Those
better
outer
shots
spots
off.
are actually
So,
like more ideal.
yeah, so you actually got some buffs in that case. So that's pretty cool. Then another big update that I know a lot of people will be happy about. They moved both of the bases forward a bit, so you can get
Thank goodness.
behind it easily. And I mentioned this when I did my update video this morning, but in my opinion, again with the bomb planting and the bases, I would really like it to make it to where you pretty much can't just throw a grenade or shoot the person planting or defusing. I kind of want it to be pilot on pilot action if you're gonna stop somebody from defusing. What do you guys think about that?
I guess what would you do instead then?
Well, I mean, the reason why I kind of like this is you were so cramped, you had to either make the perfect shot or got out and
Mhm.
fought as a pilot. So pretty much that you pretty much make a wall to where they're safe. It can't be killed by an explosion.
So like just an interior change for that like spot.
Yeah, I mean, I've got mixed feelings about it. I mean, I mentioned it in the video and was like,
Hmm.
I think that's, but I mean, it's kind of awkward that you go in for the bomb plant or go in for the defuse, and it's just like grenade. Okay, you're dead. Right? And there's not much you can do.
Yeah, I mean, like if they do it, then I want them to like overhaul the pilot stuff so it's actually fun.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
Yeah.
So then they would have to fix the pilot stuff if they're going to do that. But I would like to actually see that be straight up pilot on pilot when it comes to bomb planting, and then that way it's kind of a cool feature of the game rather than an annoyance thing. Which so I can get that. But
I don't know. Like
Like I'll be
I
real, like this game has the gameplay and it's doing a little bit more than it used to because it's still Gundam. But Titanfall as a game that has robots that does stuff like this does both aspects pretty well and definitely does
Right.
pilot shit a lot better.
For sure. I agree with that. And Magnum, just in regards to what you were saying, like I think it's fine. The whole point of the base thing is supposed to be high risk, high reward kind of thing. And I mean, it does suck if you're getting caught into planting, but I mean, I think the moment that you're talking about is honestly it's fine for you to be vulnerable to that stuff because you're like after that pilot plants that bomb, like it can be pretty hard to get a pilot that's set up in the base after they planted. And I mean, if they kill you when you're most vulnerable, which is during the planting slash disarm phase, like for disarm, it kind
well,
of fucking sucks.
I was gonna say that's
Um,
more my complaint is the disarm. Like I would like it to be if you're gonna be there and you're um defending the bomb to explode, pretty much you need to be pilot. So
right.
that's the thing I don't like is when it's like, oh, this dude planted, nobody's here, he's in a suit that can actually shoot me. So, oops, he was in a different suit, then he couldn't do anything to me, and that kind of thing. Like if you're in a beam suit, right, you have to get
Mhm.
out, and in that
Yeah.
case,
Right.
you have some counterplay there. But if it's just like
So
a
then it has a bunch of
bazooka
barrages or an
or yeah,
flash.
and then it's just like, oh, okay, he's defusing, oh, he's dead. Yeah, any kind of grenade or anything like that is just yeah. That's what I don't like. Is really the diffusing part. Like the arming part, that is high risk, high reward. I don't know how you could keep it the same like with the arming and then change it for the
I don't
diffusing.
know.
But
Maybe for what you're talking about, maybe it'd be fair if like when you're actively diffusing and you get hit, you
Mhm.
just take an iframe hit knockdown. Like they still knocks you off, but you don't die. So that way the pilot has to like the pilot can't just like go to their suit or just murder you. You just kind of get knocked over, but you can still fight back. Like maybe that gives the diffusing team a little bit too much of an edge, but you think that would kind
I
of
mean,
like
I could
help
deal with
out?
that. That means they would have to stand there and actually grenade you for 60 seconds.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So, I mean, that would work. That's at least a step in the right direction, I think. And then the person planting die.
Just die.
But yeah, so that's kind of my big complaint again with the bomb stuff because I mean it's one of those things that's like, am I really trying to win the game? Bomb plant. Am I trying to win and do well with the suit? Sometimes I'll ignore it. But if I'm really like getting sweaty tryhard in there. I'm like, okay, time to plant the bomb. Like that was one of my biggest things when I was doing the A plus push. There we go.
Mhm.
Like I would just go plant the bomb like every other game, and that was most of the time what carried it through. Like we would be losing pretty bad, and then bomb plant, boom, we got the base, stole somebody's suit, went and got another kill with it, then just let it explode, like that kind of deal. And it's just like I don't know. There's too much. When it works out way too well, and there's not much that other guy could do. He had to come in and try to defuse it. I just, I was like standing on the wing outside, and he just didn't see me. Like, there's nobody in here. Well, there's 15 seconds left. I have to defuse. And
yeah, for real.
And then I'm
You
just
just get
like,
rocketed in the back.
sup, boom. Nice Mark II you got out here.
So I think the real question is though, with the introduction of these adjustments they made to the snow stage, have they fixed the explosion?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's actually down at the very bottom in the fixes. Highlighted in yellow.
Okay.
That it
okay.
stuns, or
Yeah, so yeah, we can keep moving through the changes though, but and
I
we'll
feel like
get
they
there.
should have made that a part of the map related changes for Arctic base. That was a pretty big one.
I think
Instead
it's
of, like,
they put it
putting
in
the
big
patch
letters
notes.
just because they
Oh
had
yeah,
to.
yeah. Do you
I
have
missed
Make
it.
it such a big deal for a while.
Can you see where I've got it up on the stream right now? Here, I'll just scroll down.
No, I saw. I had the
Oh,
thing
okay.
open. I
Okay,
scrolled down
yeah.
and saw.
Yeah, it's
But
just
see,
the
like,
yellow.
am I like casual like glance through? I fucking missed it. Like I saw all those patch notes. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever.
I was like, wait, what's this yellow thing? That was kind of my. So it caught my eye at least. But I mean, I do an update video, so I kind of want to pre-read some of these sometimes, especially when they're this long. But
maybe it's just me. Like for reading Google Translate JP notes, like they'll have stuff in yellow, and it's just like the sky is blue. Like sure thing, battle operation.
All right, Kobe.
So,
I know you're excited about your engine. Just,
even
Yeah.
the English translation sometimes is still like the upward increase of the escalation. I'm like, what?
like,
Huh?
huh?
Google Translate.
Okay,
Man.
it's a buff, but I don't know what you buffed on the suit, but you buffed something, sure. And then the Japanese one will actually translate better sometimes. I'm just like,
oh, that makes sense.
how? What?
How did you nail that, but not everything else?
Well, not just that though. It's like, how did the English translation one not have that? Like, that's the other how.
It made sense to somebody.
Yeah, I guess.
Guess must have.
But yeah. Okay, so what's this? The transport. Okay, never mind. That's what they're talking about here. The base auto recovery area was wider than the other maps, but kind of legit. Explosion now happens. So when the missile blows up, you get knocked down or heavy staggered, rather.
Mhm.
So yeah, pretty scary. Base camp is fun. They have the little petals of the blossoming tree flying around. You spin around really fast. You look like you're going into space or something.
Yeah, light speed shit going on.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things like I remember I saw a long time ago they were showing how weather in Oblivion works, where it's like literally around your character, like within your view. It's not actually happening all across the world.
Yeah.
So I think that effect is just happening on your screen, and that's why it's like tracking so weird and everything's like blurring around.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool tricks like that you got to do when you're making a game. It's kind of fun. But the yeah, that's a funny effect though. When you mentioned that, I was just doing the same thing. I was just like
so
spinning my
fucking
camera
trippy.
around.
Like, what is
and
happening?
you mentioned that last night. I was just like, yeah, I know what you mean. Just spinning my camera around. Okay, battle related stuff. I guess we can go ahead and check that out real quick. It's just two quick little buffs. Well, actually, and a fix. But I love how it's like various parameters were adjusted.
Yeah,
So we
they're
got
pretty proud of themselves in this update. You can kind of tell.
Gundam unit performance. We got health 1,000 at level 3 extra, so up to 17,500. And at level 4, got 1,250 for 19,000. And then the early production goo got level 2 leg buff. So that's kind of cool. The Gundam stuff, I mean, it's kind of funny how much they keep just buffing the Gundam. I can't wait till the Gundam is actually like one of the most OP suits.
Real
Like,
talk though, I haven't seen it yet in higher cost matches.
like I'll see it every now and then in like 500 and stuff, and I'm just
Yeah,
like,
no, I'm talking about like the 600.
oh yeah, the 600, yeah, for real though. Like I'm kind of curious to know that thing's stats. I'm guessing it's like what, like 22,000 health with like 30
Yeah,
in every resist or 40 in
didn't
every
we figure
resist.
out the increments at some point?
Yeah, like it's 6 added, so it's +2 each time. So I can't remember what the base defense of it is, but for the level 5 though, that would be +8 to every resist over what it already has, which is just kind of absurd. Like
You're a
we're
big boy.
yeah, we're like talking, and probably like with the, if we're going on that increment of health, that's 1,500, so that's 20,500 at the least. And if it's actually going up by more than that, though, I mean, you're probably close to 21,000 plus parts and everything on it. So have fun with all of your defense. Like you can make one of the tankiest suits in the game with the Gundam now.
Yep.
Like, I'm actually
Get that hyper hammer out and start smacking people around.
for
Get off
real
my
though.
yard.
For real though, I'm
Zeta
actually,
Gundams.
yeah, I want to see this thing like take on the Zeta.
swatting Wave Riders out of the air to hyper.
Boom!
Oh my!
God. That's the new meta now. Just anti-Zeta
Here
Grandpa
comes,
Gundam.
here comes, and smack! Ah. Oh, I gotta see this happen now.
That's gonna be the big thing for a little while, is just finding anti-Zeta meta.
Oh yeah.
Even though it's not super crazy, it's just wait. Once they get bullied enough and they start learning, it's gonna get scary.
I want to see a shotgun shoot it.
Flight mode? Yeah, shotguns will ruin flight mode. I was
It's
flying
funny
around
seeing
here
them
'cause
like
Zeta...
flop down after.
Oh yeah, I was flying around and like I got 3 rockets in my butt, and Camille just, or Zeta was just like, oh god,
what's all this? Camille, bam, bam, bam.
You're gonna have the exact same flight problems that the other flight seats have.
Oof. Oh man. Okay. And then they changed the Unit 5. They fixed the problem where the maneuver armor somehow got changed to level 1. That's back to level 2. Oops. So,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Shucks.
Yeah, that's kind of okay. So back over now. This is kind of interesting, and I'm curious to know how they actually.
I like
this.
more info too.
Wait, what?
I was saying I want more info too.
Oh yeah, on the network related stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what the penalty increasement is.
Yeah, they've increased it. So I'm guessing. Here was my guess, and this is what I said on the thing I made. I'm guessing it works something like this: you leave. Now it's like you get 50 points. You get 100 points, you're penalized, right? So it's like 50, and then if you left again, because I'm thinking it's like you leave 3 times right now and you get a penalty, something like that. That's what somebody was saying. Like they've gotten it before in like 3 leaves. So, first of all, don't leave matches. Come on, guys.
Don't be shitty.
Yeah, don't be that guy. Second of all, though, this could get a little awkward if you have like a really bad day. I've DC'd 2 times in a row. So if this is like 50, and then because I know it decreases every game you play. So it's like if you left once, let's just say it's 50, and then you play a game, you gain 10 points of good karma back, if you will, and then it's 10 more. But then say you get another 50, so now you're up to 80, and you get 10 more, but then you leave again, and boom, you're past it. And I think that's kind of how it works, because I've had a couple of penalties from falling asleep in lobbies or just not paying attention. This was back in the day when it was like 30 minutes for a game to start. So I would be here looking at the TV like, okay, I'm ready.
I can do this.
And then I'd be like, oh, I'm awake. Oh no. okay, I'm still good. It still says good. We're good. Okay, let's start another one up. I just want to play
The
one more.
man,
And
the
then
man gaming hard.
and then I'd fall asleep again, and I wake up and no, okay, it's still good. We're okay. And then I can't remember how many times it happened. I think it was 3 though, and then it was just then I wake up the next morning because then I finally just completely just crashed right here.
Gave up,
And
yeah.
then I wake up and I'm like, no penalty, why? And
Video game.
and then it's like, yo, so by the way, you got to play 5 games or something to do this. And then I accidentally had it happen again. Only this time it took 20 games, or it wasn't that many, but it was just a huge amount of games compared. And what happened was too in that one I also DC'd, and it was just even more frustrating because then it's like, oh, I wonder if that's going to put me to penalty 2, which it didn't. Hallelujah.
Mhm.
But the thing is, so I'm guessing each time you leave, it just adds on points, and each game you play takes off points. And
Yeah.
that's probably how it works. So now you just probably get more points for leaving. So I'm curious if this is still 3 and then you're screwed, but you're screwed harder because now you gotta play more games to get rid of it, or if it's just now it's even less games to actually get it. So I don't know how I feel about that exactly, but again, anything that kind of curbs the want of people to leave a game, I'm all for. So it does suck
I
when
still
people
think just
DC.
give them a. I think just go ahead and give people that
God.
leave in the middle of a match a game lost.
Yeah.
Seeing these Zeta Gundams and mix up for 1100 points. Oh. God
Juicy.
damn.
But I
But
will
the game
say,
losses suck for people who legitimately disconnect. But
yeah.
I feel like I'm pretty sure most disconnects aren't people with bad internet, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can't be that potato, considering the matches that go through and how many DCs will happen, and yet the match will still count.
Yeah, see, the other thing is
Like,
too is when the server's messing up, and I mean there is some DCs, fair enough, but it's like when I was playing the Akai here, just nothing but the Akai here the other day, and I was picking on a lot of vegans. I know the pain, but this time I was dishing it out. I pretty much he
yeah,
spawned,
teach us supports
beam,
who's boss.
water waddle, beam, water waddle, smack, smack, and you're dead. Literally, that's all you have to do to a vegan, and it's dead as an Akai. There's nothing they can do. As soon as you get them, just they're dead. That's it. So then he respawned, and I was just waiting there. Beam, water waddle, beam, water waddle, smack, smack. Then he just left because I just killed him twice in the same. As soon as he spawned, he rolled, took a shot, and then died. Then he rolled, took a shot, and then died. And yeah, and that happened. I think it was probably 3 people that EC'd at the and I'm pretty sure there's something there when the Gigan can't do anything for 3 minutes straight, and it's just well, I'm out,
yeah.
I'm done, I'm tilted.
Maximum tilt.
Yeah. So, but at the same time, I mean, you picked the Gigan, don't give up your iframes as soon as you spawn. Look around,
Get in a
try to get
position.
to another position, go toward your team.
Or at least prioritize your cannon for your initial so you have some
Yeah.
chance to actually
Well, no.
do
He
something
wasn't
else
even.
afterwards.
Most of them wouldn't even look at me though. Is the thing. So there was 5 steps that they could have done to make the situation better, and they just spawn, turn. There's an enemy, bang, and then I'm just yo, respect the
I need to
raid,
play against
man.
these brain dead generals whenever I play the Akai, man. After I get the first kill, they're almost too scared to even do anything else. So I'll just be looking behind them the whole time. The general line will have at least one person fall back. It's crazy. It's nutty.
Yeah, sometimes you get those games, and then sometimes not. I guess that's where when now that was how it was pretty much when I was getting up there in the A+ range.
Mhm.
Those games were a bit different, but where I've bumped it back down, and because I'm trying to keep it around, but now I'm just winning with the Akai a lot, so I'm just maybe we should push and wait for this S to come out. But I found my new carry suit, and it never thought the day would come to where my new carry suit is the Akai at 200 cost. That is just, yeah. What crazy times we're living in right now, guys. But yeah. Anyway, penalty leaving though. Yeah. I agree. I think they should just change it to a loss. That way, there's no penalty stuff. And if there is a penalty for anything, it should just be like if you dodge a lobby, you have like a 5-minute wait time, then a 30-minute wait time, then like a 2-hour wait time, that kind of
Just
deal.
keys like stacking up, yeah.
Yeah, you have a stacking wait time when you leave and queue dodge. That's pretty much how most games do it. And if you just DC, then it's straight up. Since you can't reconnect, just counts as a loss. Yeah, it sucks every now and then, but the thing is, like, if your internet's really bad that day, you were probably gonna have a lot of losses anyway, and then at that point, you're probably gonna end up with a penalty, which is gonna lose you a whole lot more points, most likely, than just
That one game loss you
that
got.
one game
Yeah.
loss. Yeah, that's the other thing too. So, and I mean, it comes down to figuring out that your connection sucks that day and to not play, which is something that almost got me a penalty right before the clan matches here one time. And what else was going on? There was something else going on that I was like getting tilted from crazy connection shenanigans and getting leave penalties for just picking my suit. That one
Which
was
honestly
crazy.
just brings us back to let you do dailies and PvE.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Then there's no penalties and you can get stuff done. And there you go. Yep. So sadly though, I think a lot of people just go do that though because it's only 3 minutes instead of 24 minutes.
For
Plus
real.
wait
And
time.
your matches are faster. Like you can knock out dailies probably in like 20 minutes.
I mean, that's why I like mix up, because mix up's always on the weekend. There's never space, and you just go in and you're just like, oh well, everybody's playing like really high cost suits now. Actually, wait, yeah, that's right. With Zetas and mix up now, the game's
Yep,
gonna end
1100.
faster. Ooh, I feel. I mean, until you get really good with the Zeta, I really feel like the Zeta is probably not the best thing to take into that right now.
I mean, that's all that's here.
Yeah,
right
well,
now.
yeah, exactly. But like, I feel like the amount of points added to that is just like might not justify it.
There's still people that are lowballing a little bit. You're seeing some campers, Mark IIs are still there. So you're getting like 900s, and now it's funny that 1000 is actually not too high now that we have 11s.
But yeah, mix-up's probably the quickest way to get dailies done when you're just strapped for time. Okay, cool. So what is this? Staff roles have been updated. Oh yeah, Patrick Hurst.
Patrick Zala.
Yes.
Patrick Zala has been added to the base camp. Join Zaf today.
So the Zeta is out. Wow, Rick. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the GBO2 level 1 is in the ticket shop now.
Yep. Seeing some more play out there. It's definitely making rounds.
I would say I'm curious to know what your recommendations for this suit is, but here's kind of how I see it. Since the buffs, it can compete with, say, the statement. For the buffs, statement was definitely the choice out of general suits at that cost. But it was falling behind even with the Mark II, and then you have the Damon there. But now that they've buffed it, I think it can compete. And if it's a little bit different playstyle, so it's different enough, and if this is what you like, then you can definitely make it work really well. So, I could recommend if you really want the suit.
Yeah.
Next week is the GBO2 though, by the way, so that's what I'm saving up for. But
the improvements to the GPO one definitely helped. Them making a downswing come out faster is definitely a good thing. I would probably still say the GPO 3 has probably a little bit lower of a entry level, I guess. If that makes sense, I guess you might say.
Yeah.
just downswings that cover distance are generally pretty like pretty easy to get good results out of. Um,
Yeah.
so it's definitely got to go for it.
I think a
Um,
downswing. I like it.
yeah, GPO3's got it going, and I mean GPO1 like it's not bad either. It's still I still think it feels like a not as good Mark II, but it's definitely in a better place, that's for sure. The downswing has gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
I think that was like his weakest point. It probably stays a sub weapon. That's not just Vulcans though. Like I don't know what that is, but it feels like it needs something else. Get a machine gun or I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen.
Honestly, the beam rifle was pretty cool. But sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I've seen some people pull some okay numbers with it, but I haven't seen people like just super top the charts. That's kind of been the thing. It's kind of more of a
Yeah.
utility
Like
tanky
I
general kind
clapped
of
in that
thing.
one round, but like that's only because there's a bunch of people just figuring out their Zetas. In typical high-end matches, it's a lot harder to do that.
Yeah.
I've
But
gotten a couple of first place runs with it though. Like it's definitely serviceable.
oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. And just like any suit, I mean, it's possible to put up like over 100k damage numbers and do really well. You know, depending on who's piling it, obviously. But um, I think the general take is like a general overview, just comparison.
I know a friend of mine that was really trying to make this thing work in a tanky capacity. I think that's how they're playing it now. Now that it got buffed, they're
Interesting.
still doing the tanky thing. So I know I see some of them out there, and I'll shoot them with like say the um, Jaeger, and I'll kill a Stamen faster than I'll kill a GPO1 sometimes, just because of I'm guessing there are parts that they're using. So
Stamens, yeah, Stamens just have lower resistances across the. That's the bigger thing.
yeah, so that's
And they have a bigger hitbox because of those butt flaps that they got.
yep. That's another
So
thing
you're
that
able
makes
to
it easy.
catch them a lot more often.
So I think right now a good team comp for 550 would be like probably a Mark II, a Stamen, GPO1, then two um, GPO2s. Right now, I'm still go with that as being the meta.
Well, whenever they want to move GPO3 into 600, they'll just add the Orcus to the game. That'll be the 600 version.
There you go.
Just call in Orcus and use that. I could transform too, guys.
Orcus.
Just like a shadow fall come out from the battlefield. I mean, they added Patrick Zoll in the game. I mean, they can add an Orcus. It's kind of like a meteor. It should work out, right?
Yeah,
Should be all right.
yeah, no big deal.
I'll start jam. If I start rocking out some TMR, I think I can make it work. Let's get Orcus in there.
But the next thing here on the list, we got the Psycho Zaku and the Full Armor Thunderbolt in the DP store, and not that expensive. Also
Level 2.
in the DP store, the Gun Tank 2 gun, the main gun,
I think it's 100 and
also not that
was it
expensive.
130 or 180 DP?
I think they're like
I think it's 180.
134 or something. For wait for which?
For the tube
Gun Tank
launcher.
2.
I think it's just 100. I thought it was just 100.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
a
it was
little bit
more than
higher.
100 when I bought it.
Really?
Like, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, here I'll check.
Like it's cheaper than we thought, but it's still up there.
It's not as expensive as the freaking Shin Matsunaga Heat Hawks, man.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
But yeah, here I'm starting mine up. But
I almost wish they would start doing like tails for those. Like I know it's free currency, but to try to influence people to like check out other things.
yeah. The other thing too with the full armor though, I still think the Psycho Zaku needs a buff, but you get the DP and you win something that just got buffed and seems pretty legit now. Get a field motor on it, but the full armor Thunderbolt feels pretty nice now. I'm a fan.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
definitely interesting.
It is so now I have a general, a support, and a raid that I can do my base kill cheese with.
I definitely don't underestimate that melee too. It has more reach than you would
Oh yeah.
assume.
Well, and they just buffed it too. Like before, like I'd be in a Zeong, right, and there'd be one swinging at me, and they'd miss all the time. Now they're like, they kind of swing over here and they'll hit me. So they souped up that hitbox. Like it's actually a beam saber hitbox now.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
It does stabbing type attacks too, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's got a really slow thrust. They're like ominously slow. Like sometimes it'll still nail you even though you don't think it should.
Okay.
Dude, speaking of slow moving hits, I had a pretty good match. I had a couple of good matches in the Striker Custom in space today.
Oh shit.
The little drag in space, I was falcon punching people, and just to hit him with the gentle fist, man. It's just like, and it's like
Yeah.
the space of momentum kind of just carries you into like the hit him with the little last frame, just like boop. It's
By the
almost
way,
like, hey, dude, you walk like we slid right into you. It's so good.
120,000. So yeah, it's not that
Wait,
bad.
20? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
123,700 for the Thunderbolt stuff. I was expecting 200K for all
700. You mean
three.
like 70? Like 70K?
No, 127 or 123,700
Oh, I see. Okay,
for the
1,200
yeah,
or
123,000.
123,700 DP. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought she said like one was what that, and then the other one's like 700, like
No,
thousands.
no.
God, that's not that expensive at all. Man, is over here like millions.
Just throwing it in the air, raining it down.
Hey man, I was up to like 700,000, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I could just buy 3 things and be broke again. Yay. So
I gotta keep my DP shop empty.
I want to
Yeah,
get there
because
one
now
day.
I gotta work towards those Thunderbolt suits now.
But yeah,
That explosion is not stunning me. Like for the shuttle, it's not doing a stagger at all.
man,
Like I was
Work-
mid jump and next to it, and it just didn't do anything.
Working as intended.
working as intended, dude. There it is. They fixed it, right?
Be cool, Gustav.
Totally
Genko pays the pot for the podcast, man. Working as intended, dude.
I wish they did.
Oh my gosh,
They
for
don't pay
real
for
though.
podcasts, guys. That's a joke.
Oh,
Just hyperimpose a Bandai Namco logo on the screen real quick.
Brought to you by
Sponsored by Bandai Namco.
Bandai presents.
Yes, Bandai presents SD Gundam Battle Assault G Generation Operation 2 encounters in
no.
Zeonic Front versus Zeta Gundam Ghiren's Greed. A humble podcast.
there you go.
Just on the topic of the additions to the DP store, with those suits being added to DP, the level 2 Psycho Zaku and Full Armor Gundam, as well as their weaponry, have been removed from the gacha pool as well. So it's a twin beam rifle, beam bazooka, Thunderbolt, Heat Hawk, and Beam Saber level 2 have been removed from the lotto. So you can only get those with DP now. Or if you have one of those stupid banners that pull from everything in the game.
Yeah, those are still pretty shitty, unfortunately.
They can be, for sure.
Okay, so then we got the mix-up stuff, and then so fixed issues. Apparently the fixed but not fixed Arctic base explosion shuttle thing. Rip.
It's fixed.
I could try it again in practice and like just be nudged up to it and see what happens. But yeah, that shit didn't knock me down at all. I thought it was gonna fuck me up.
You have to be
It did
on
not
top
happen.
of it.
Like I would assume as long as you're on the platform, like bad shit'll happen to you.
See, what else do we got? Anything? I didn't really.
Yeah, I think if you're on that
anything-
platform, you get knocked down. Oh, let me see.
I didn't see anything too crazy in here that was just like, well, that's need to be known about something. But
So the match that I was in, the full armor just had a field day against like almost an entire team of Zetas and one Mark II, and just wiped the board for all the top stuff.
Nice.
There's gonna be a lot of that.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think
Most of the
that's
stuff I
pretty
haven't
much it.
noticed.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the main one there. Everything else just seems like non like game affecting stuff.
They
Oh,
sure did make a
Some of the
change.
post
apparently
costs.
people weren't getting clan match rewards. Oops.
Can't get clan match rewards if you don't have clan matches.
That's true.
Which, I mean, speaking of which, we're coming up to April, so we should be getting some
I'll be
more
coming
news about
back.
that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, sometime eventually, maybe.
Soon. I'm guessing next week, probably on Monday, we'll probably get another post. And then if we want to talk about what they did and they posted on Monday about the festival, with the 10 free spin, the free 10 spin going on right now once a week. So this week, and then every new banner patch, we get another 10 spin for free. So 40 free boxes. Woot woot.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget to do your
Different from
missions.
GBO days.
Yep. Don't forget to do your missions. So yeah, actually that's another good point. GBO Day is coming up next week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, first Thursday of the month. So yeah.
Gotta get that Gundam welfare.
Yeah, pretty much. Then doing returning pilots. So here's the thing. So if you're a new pilot or a returning pilot, new pilots are what? Less than 72 hours old? Is that it?
Maybe.
It says it here somewhere. Players who have 14 days. Okay, never mind.
I was gonna say that was a bigger span than a couple
Or less.
days.
Yeah, okay, sorry. So 14 days. If you're 14 days or less, you're new. Which that actually, okay, that's pretty cool. So if you're playing with somebody who's a new pilot or a returning pilot, you get the bonus for the 100% drop after 3 games, but you got to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't just play with them. You got to actually win the game with them, and yeah. So carry your friends. There you
There you go.
Carry harder.
go. Because boxes and being able to get boxes, I was kind of sad that they didn't actually do a 100% box drop for everybody, but
Yeah, I agree.
that's what they did last time was 100% box drop. So
Because not gonna lie, like it seems like a weird incentive. I think increasing rewards is better than that. Like if I wasn't playing the game, I wouldn't be reading stuff like, "Oh, I can get 100% aftermatch crate rewards. Hot dog, let me go download Battle Op." You know, like
Yeah, they're still being a little too stingy with some stuff here, for sure.
yeah.
and then they're
I mean,
doing
we all know Zeta comes to pull.
oh yeah, but then they're doing 4 special 72-hour supply drops each week. So I mean, pretty much we have some info here. So the first one is the which is bad English here, but 72-hour limited supply drop, renewed boosted supply drop with newly picked up units. So there is there is some details here. So let's see what this says actually. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we know this one. So MLRS, we already kind of talked about these. But here we go. They're up on screen. So if you get step 3 of the current one, which goes away what, tomorrow, right? We have like, where is it? 2 more days.
Maybe.
4 days?
Well,
I
72
think
hours.
it's Sunday a
started-
reset, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should have a little bit more time. Yeah, I think.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it might be Sunday at reset. I think that's it. But still, some good suits here though. Probably the one that I see everybody getting is the GM Custom 2 level 2, and I'm just like, free it, because in my opinion, I would take the BD3, the BD2, or the GM Cannon 2 over the GM custom level 2.
I am sure most people would. Like, even though they got the GM2 beam rifle now, like those other suits in general are just more interesting. And also they're still able to stick in there. Like all three of them can put in work, but you'd expect more from the exam suits anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Then the Alex, Comfort, Gundam Unit 5, and Full Armor. All of those are solid suits. Get any of those, really good. Wait. That's a typo. Comfort level 2 is not 550.
Nope, it's 500.
Yeah, that's a typo.
Oof.
But anyway, and then you get the 550 suits. Again, pretty much all those except for the Tetra. I think Tetra's still pretty weak and needs a buff. But
yeah, especially now it's got to deal with like Zetas and shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, have fun with that. We'll get shredded apart. But okay, so that's that one. Let's see what we got next. They actually have a button here to press. Oh, okay, so this is kind of to be determined, but it says obtainable unknown mobile suit boosted supply drop next week.
Huh.
Cool. And then
What does that mean though? Like that it'll just like be a different set of suits, or
I mean, is this like see, there's a fourth step in it, which kind of
almost like the
GBO1 FB is what, yeah.
Mm.
But also
That'd be
in the
interesting.
step 3, you can get a 2-star that's unknown right now. So it's like, what we got going on here?
What could it be?
So,
Silver has, or 2 stars has such a high scale
Yeah,
of suits
you'll
that can
get
be included.
you get a pick of a lot of different stuff. That's for sure.
but I'm curious if it's, if it's an unknown, like, I have a bad feeling we're getting into FB territory here. And I'm just
Yeah, it's gonna
like,
be some FB shit.
it better
Hold on,
just
hold on,
be,
hold on. What do you mean?
like,
It'll be like a better alternative version of the Zeta or something.
Well,
Oh, you talking about for next week's step up?
Yeah.
well, what I'm saying is I'm
Well-
hoping it goes into the lottery, right? But it's saying unknown, so does that mean like it's random? But if you
Well,
look
no,
up,
like it says unowned, not unknown.
oh, I am dumb. Never mind. Okay, well that's pretty pog. I'm being dumb.
I was just making sure. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not going to be like
I read it once
suit.
and I read it wrong. So yeah. Okay, cool. Never mind. Crisis averted.
Now you know.
There's no K in there, and there's also an ED at the end. So yes, I am alive. I had like 30 minutes of sleep on. I've been up essentially for too long, like almost 40 hours now. So we'll just yeah. But anyway, so unowned, which is even better. So that's actually fantastic. So if you don't have the Agu guy, good shot at
Maybe.
something like that. Oof, yeah, that's a good point. Unknown ... level 2 GM Night Seeker. Really?
Oh no.
Oh, that is a good point. Okay, so buy all the 2 stars and 3 stars from the DP store now. Oh no. Oh no.
No, 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 no.
Okay, then the number 3. See if I can read this time. First 10 spin is half price, and you get a 3-star mobile suit. Guaranteed, I'm guessing. And then we have step 2, 3, and 4, where you can obtain special items. Okay, so this is probably like that one that they did with the
Anniversary.
yeah, so where they had like the Hyakushiki, the Rictias, and the Hyzak there at the last one.
Yeah, level 5 parts for defense parts. Was like hangar tickets and recycle tickets, I believe.
Do you think we're gonna get new stuff completely, like new parts with this?
Hopefully.
Possibly.
They've been introducing some higher level stuff in other updates, so it wouldn't be too crazy.
And then the last one here, which is just kind of confusing.
I think it's pretty cool.
With the request of each step, you'll get one confirmed mobile suit by the generation of your choice as the 11th bonus item. So I don't know how many steps is in this one, but yeah, I'm kind of curious what it means from the generation of your choice. Like I'm guessing
you
you
just
pick a
pick.
category.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
so you just pick
Zeta.
like, I want a suit from Mobile Suit Gundam, or
Yeah.
I want a suit from Zeta, or whatever.
Or I want
I
to
just hope they don't limit it.
It's probably
Yeah, I want
going
a
to
suit
be
from
because
Katana.
I was gonna say if it's Katana, then it's like I just want the striker. Is that the only one, or do we have another one?
Katana would be like Striker,
Oh, and the
Striker Kai, Striker
right.
Custom.
Okay, so fair enough. There's a
I think
few.
there's one more. I feel like there's one more that I'm forgetting about. I can't think of what it would be.
Okay, that's actually kind of cool though. Okay, I can deal.
Double Zeta and Unicorn have double. I want a double Zeta suit. Here's your dodge, kid.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Wow,
Surprise.
thanks.
Oh gosh, it's my favorite.
Double Zeta GM3. Our Pog soon became Phil's bad man.
Yeah, actually, never mind. I think this is starting to get into Phil's bad man, right? Oh no.
Well, if you really wanted to watch, pick Double Zeta.
Yeah.
You can really thread the needle with these mobile suit selections.
Oh no. Oh, no.
I would not touch. Like, I honestly think this is really good for like really condensed excuse me, really condensed stuff, but like I wouldn't touch Mobile Suit Gundam like the OG stuff with a fucking like pole, man.
No way, dude.
It's like, oh, here's
Like,
a too. Like,
I hope that they separate
out.
that MSV at the very least. So you can at least be a
For
little
real.
more specific.
Yeah.
Like, I can see them combining some stuff that just is literally like one thing.
Straight trash.
Yeah. And maybe like branching it out for other stuff, hopefully.
But that's actually
I
kind of
like
cool.
the idea.
I'm gonna
I
be
will say.
probably saving as many tokens as I can. I might do one spin on the Zeta just for fun. Or two.
Yeah, I probably won't roll on that one that week because that's gonna be the last one. So that's when a Cubolite comes out, and I'll be rolling all on that. So.
Oh my gosh, for real though, that was gonna be my. Okay, well we'll get to that here in a second, and then we'll talk new suits and stuff, and then we'll start to wrap up and whatnot. But okay, cool, and that's pretty much all they say there. Then we know the rest of this. This is actually kind of cool though. They changed the welcoming recruits special supply drop. So they put this in a while back where you got the Grandpa Gundam, the early production, the full armor Gundam, the Yogu Cannon, and correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it the G3? Or was it the prototype? Because I know it was the GAN.
I think it was G3 before.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was the G3 and the GAN, but now it's the prototype and the Ifrit Kai.
I think it's a pretty cool adjustment.
Kinda.
Also, man, I think I was thinking about this banner earlier when we were talking about the cost rise introduction suits.
Oh.
So I think I was mixing this particular banner image up with some of the old stuff, but I digress.
I mean, it was essentially this. Like for the most part, it was kind of like this banner that they introduced again. Like the really crappy one. It was just like suits that pretty much nobody. I don't even think the full armor was on that one that we were talking about, because otherwise I would have been like, oh well, that's kind of cool. I'll roll for that. But I think the Goku was on it though. No, it wasn't.
Probably.
No, it wasn't. Well, wasn't that? Wasn't they all like suits that were supposed to be 550? Wasn't that the point of them? Or really 500? I can't remember which bump it was.
I think it was 500 because the really like crappy one was when they introduced 500. Like,
okay, maybe it was
bad suits.
Maybe these two were on it, but and maybe I was just like, well, I kind of want the full armor, but that's it. It's literally the only suit out of this that I want. And that was before they buffed the Goku Cannon. Now the Goku Cannon is pretty nice. It's legit. I can hit things with it. so I can do damage. But
Yeah, people have been getting pretty aggressive with that cannon. Especially since it can actually do melee, like priority or no.
Balancer.
okay. Still a funny bug though, just to point this out, the full armor Gundam had like the Thunderbolts priority, which was just fantastic. All I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
That was like the best days. I was just like, yeah, I could just crew raids, man. Boom, I have your melee priority. Go. Get out of here.
I can just clap these dudes whenever I want.
Yeah, or especially generals. It was just like, boom, pew pew. Oh, you got no legs.
And they're like, wait, what?
Smack. But oh man, no drink. But yeah, so now let's get into the new suit talk and theory about the new suit. And I forgot to change the topic for talking about that. Whoops. Oh well, close enough. Suits question mark. There we go. Okay, so you said Cubulate.
That was a joke.
I mean,
if we're talking about like, if we're talking about last week, I think realistically, like, if we had like a topper suit, I'd say the Masala. If we're gonna go into that territory, but if we're just talking about like what's coming up for next week, if one use the same format, honestly, like, I'm not even sure, like, because I want to say Methus.
Method seems like a
but
good bet.
I want Methus to be a raid, but I really want to say Masala or something along those lines. Masala like Hammurabi next week, but like I want those to be raids too.
You just want them all to be raids.
Yeah,
I mean, raids are great.
No.
Like if we're gonna go with support, I'll just stick with Ashimar. I don't know. I don't think we'll see a general next week. So I'm not really sure what to pick there, but for like raid slot, like Methus Masala or Methus Masala Hammurabi. Maybe we splashed a Bond Doc somewhere in there.
Ooh,
if we're
that would
going
be
like
crazy.
real risque.
I'm also assuming that the DJ is going to be in there eventually.
A DJ too. DJ could be a thing. I think
DJ.
this week will be like interesting, but I don't think it'd be crazy to see the Bond Doc come out this week. Well, not this week, but like sometime during the festival. Like I don't think it's a stretch by any means.
I would say that's an end suit there. Like, yeah, if we saw like that would be the last week kind of thing for sure.
That'd be an interesting one to run around and just flying around that freaking Turkey.
Mm-hmm. Like talking about it like that kind of makes you think like it's interesting. I don't know how iconic it is in terms of like Zeta stuff, but it'd be a good in-betweener before like the penultimate one for the event.
Yeah, when the Barzom comes out.
Oh wow. I just got an eye on I'm looking at the suits on the like fandom page. I just got to see the advanced Hazel and I'm like, oh man, that
those Hazel suits are sexy, right?
That looks really good. Hang on, guys.
Zeta
I'll be
Plus.
right back. Gun cannon
Zeta
heavy
Plus,
custom.
A1. Anybody? That's a pretty nice mobile suit.
Okay, so
get that Karaba Air Force colors. Ooh, sorry.
Which one was first? Which one showed up first, the Masala or the Hammurabi? The Masala, right?
The Masala.
Okay, I'm gonna guess.
Sirocco showed up in a Masala like during the episode before they like went back to Earth to attack the Titans headquarters or some nonsense like that.
Okay, so real quick, I'm guessing these are probably gonna line up. So Methus raid, Masala general, and Ashimar support.
That'd be interesting. Ashimar being a support would be neat just because it can actually like just use its flight mode to harass people and then perch somewhere and keep firing.
Yeah, it's kind of that would be pretty legit. So that's my 3. Was that pretty much what you said, Or what's your 3?
No general, 3 raids.
Yeah.
And the Ashimar. I know Draven said that the Ashimar was raid and SDGO, so we have to see if that like transfers over. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it'd be
anything that has a flight mode makes sense to be a raid.
I can only imagine it being like kind of slower paced though, just with its primary like thing being just a beam rifle.
Yeah, I mean, you got to
just,
think
like,
about
bang,
the
bang people.
you got to think about the Thunderbolt though. Like, it's a little bit better nowadays, where you're still just picking people at range with a bunch of bullshit.
I will say
This
this
is just a
though.
little more focused in that case.
I think the Ashimar is going to be a 2-star. Like,
It probably will be.
if it's
Yeah,
going to come out.
I would agree with that. Oh my! I forgot about the Athena or Athene, whatever it is. Yeah, the
Palace Athene.
Palace Athene. Yeah.
Get the force spare. I don't know. We don't even have any of Sirocco's mobile suits. We better not get any of frickin' Sarah or Rakoa's
No. Yeah.
later suits in. Let's get some Sirocco suits first.
Oh yeah, for real though. I'm just looking through these. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that's a thing.
Didn't Sirocco come like later though?
Dude, for real though, the O.
Neo, I would assume, is gonna
That
be at
one's-
least 650.
That one's gonna be yes, please.
I really just want to see the scale of it when they whip it out like that.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a suit I might well on. It does have the biosensor system as well. Interesting. But anyway, so yeah. What are your 3 picks, Gustav?
I'm thinking we're gonna go at least a little bit smaller, maybe Hammurabi. Good plant would be nice to see. I wouldn't mind the Bound Dock to come a lot sooner, but I think it's gonna be more like a middle of the line kind of thing. I also wonder for my 3rd pick if they're gonna do like any advanced Zeta stuff, or are they really just gonna solely focus on just like mainline for it?
Yeah, that's gonna be a good we'll figure that out pretty quick, I think, but that would be a kind of interesting indicator. I will say though, I think the Bound Dock.
Honestly, I'm more interested to see what they start picking after the event is over.
Oh yeah, for real though.
back to the 1-year war.
Man, I don't mind it because there are some interesting things, and we don't have the entirety of GBO1's lineup. There's still a couple stragglers that we got to take care of.
Okay, real quick, the big important questions here. The Bound Dock. Support, raid, or general?
Raid.
I'm calling support.
I'm calling general.
We're gonna put Jared in a support. Oof.
I mean, it fits.
I mean, Jared is a mouth breather, so saying it's a general probably isn't a bad call.
Yeah.
Thought I heard
It
a
had
girl's
to be.
name.
It had to be. It had to be good enough for him to actually survive long enough.
For real. We're gonna call it a general, or we're gonna call it a support. Oof.
Oof. Support should be anything that any of his like potential love interests piloted.
Man.
That or just like make them really like glass cannony raids.
For real though, like when Jared's like on crutches and stuff, and
Camille throws him off that.
oh my gosh, dude, that was
screw Jared.
like when they're on like the inside or whatever, he just like whips out a gun. I don't know, or he like what happened? He did something kind of badass though. I was just like, oh, that was pretty legit. Go Jared.
Poor fucking Jared.
Poor Jared, man.
So you for telling people that have girls' names,
Hey, man.
everyone you love gets killed.
Shouldn't have said it.
Hey,
Shouldn't have been
man.
talking shit.
I thought I heard a girl's name, but that kid did look like a boy, so I don't know.
There's a blue-haired kid jumping over a turnstile as we speak.
Oh no, it's just... he's gonna be jumping through my window here in a second.
Boy named Camille.
Man named Camille.
Oh yeah.
And I'm a man.
Oh my
That was
god.
a man's name. Camille also has the best intro in Dynasty Warriors Gundam.
Yeah, that
Oh my gosh.
that made me crack up so bad because like that was before I saw a whole lot of stuff for Zeta. I was just like, oh, this is kind of neat,
What's
and I
wrong with this
recognized I recognized the suit because there was some old like mobile suit stuff around the time that like Wing was big, like in terms of like magazines and like guidebooks for the art, and they were talking about Zeta, how it's like a lot darker, and then like they almost did like a timeline of everything that was there around the 2000s. And it's like, oh yeah, that's pretty neat. I like that suit, and it's just this kid. Camille's a man's name, and I'm a man. I was just like, damn, dude, calm down. I wasn't even expecting that voice to come out of him because he just has this goofy like 70s outfit going on.
Okay, that's legit. Oh, by the way though, I think Casa won the like pun of the day or whatever. This is perfect. Where did the mobile suit go? He went to Jared.
Boo. Boo.
Well played. Well played.
I don't get it.
Wait, really?
No, I don't get it.
Wait, really?
Like, what's the joke? Like, is it that Jared's gonna like destroy it or something?
Oh no.
I don't get it. What's the joke?
He went
It's
to
this old
Jared
commercial.
for the old
there's-
commercial for the ring, like the wedding
for like
ring, the diamond ring.
Whoosh, right over my head. Okay.
He went to Jared.
That did not cross the jewelry store did not cross my mind at all.
I thought you were like about to make a next level joke or pun or
Like
something.
next level
No.
sandbagging or
And
something
then-
like
and
that.
then,
I was lost. I didn't get it.
Oh no.
Like maybe if you said
Whoosh.
Jared's, like maybe it would have clicked a little bit more, but it went to Jared. No. I was just like, huh? I get it now. Sorry, you had to explain it to me. Sorry.
Oh man.
Too low IQ.
Bubble up a dub dub.
Yeah. What?
Yep. Oh, okay. That was fantastic. So yeah, that's their new suit predictions. Okay. So you guys want to anything else, or do you guys want to wrap it up?
That's
on
about it.
Okay, cool. So we want to go ahead and do some shout outs. You got anything else?
I think I'm good. As far as shout outs goes, like, hey guys, check out my boy EG Magnum. He's great. And keep your hands clean. And
Thank you. Yes. Wash your hands.
Yeah.
what did Bob Barker say? Keep your pets spayed and neutered.
You can't even say stay in school because you can't go right now. So
Yeah, pretty much.
stay in remote classes, I guess. Put it
There you
that
go.
way.
Yeah, you gamer types keep doing gamer things and practice social distancing or whatever. But I'm GamingEmblem. You can catch me at twitch.tv/GamingEmblem, where we play Gundam type things and sometimes other non-Gundam type things on the internet, like Battle Operation. And I played Disaster Report 4, where we were overly aggressively mean to old people, and also stuff like that. It's kind of like Yakuza, but which Gustav plays, but instead of like bumping into people and are like, "What are you doing here?" It's
Hey,
more
aren't you gonna
like,
pay for bumping into me? It's like, no.
yeah, and then
You're
they
the guy
just
that
awkwardly
bumps.
raise their dukes and they fight them. It's more just like you're just a terrible person in an earthquake. And we play games though.
It's just your
but yeah.
character's like, I am the man who bumps.
Yes, exactly. But that's about it for me today. What about you, Gustav?
Well, Gustav_13 is where you can find me at most things. Twitter is Gustav_the13 instead, because someone took the other one from me. We are, as he said earlier, doing Yakuza Kiwami as our secondary game right now. That may have to concede to other games as we get closer to April. But hopefully we can make some good progress and check out some stuff in that. It's been pretty fun so far. GBO2 is our other mainstay game. Hopefully we can get some more new suits to mess around with. We'll be back tomorrow with both of those. And clan matches, as we've mentioned before, are going to be starting hopefully this month. So if you're looking for a clan GS3 is open to new applicants.
And then everybody's stuff will be down in the description below, as always. And my name's EG Magnum, and I stream on Twitch. Got the YouTube channel. It's got a Discord, Twitter, stuff and things like that. Gonna try to maybe expand to Instagram at some point. I don't know. We'll see. But right now playing GBO2 dailies at the very least. Gonna be doing more Tarkov or Monster Hunter World every now and then. Probably anytime there's new things. Again, catching up to the PS4 here in April. And with April, lots of stuff. So we'll see. Also going to be doing a tabletop coming up sometime in April. Again, with all the new stuff, we might actually have to push it back to May, but we'll figure out what everybody's doing. And yeah, but hopefully by then there's where everybody's done with all the games. And I mean, we're probably going to be only doing like what 2-hour sessions probably, so we could fit that in if we have maybe 2 to 4 somewhere around there hours. But other than that, Path of Exile. Gonna still be doing that too. So yeah, doing a lots of games right now. Feels good. But yeah. So anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave us a comment down below for anything you'd like us to talk about, and let us know what you think about this huge patch, the PV, and everything else. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.
Later.
Have a good one.